Go. We
I
on.
just
We live. Wait. Oh, okay. She said it's in progress. We live. What's
I just
up?
want to be important and let me podcast and shit. Let me be important, Bishrick.
Hey, you be as important as you need to be. I'm gonna be as important as I need to be, and hopefully, it's important enough for these people listening to show the rest of the world. What's up, y'all?
You trying to hamper greatness, and
Never that. Never that. Never that.
yeah,
Never that.
yeah, nigga. It's a terrible thing. You trying to turn the stove down and shit when there's something cooking on it. Like, why you doing that? What's wrong with you?
Sometimes you gotta simmer before you boil.
No, nigga, this is a left wrist whip. Like we got it where we want it. Let's not ruin that. When
How
the
you get it
recipe
to
is
how
when the
you get it to
recipe
where
is
you
what
want
it is.
how you get it to where you want it though? You let it simmer while you whipping,
But
and
when the recipe
then you let
is
it
what
rock
it
up,
is,
nigga.
and it be what it be, and that's what makes all you motherfuckers high. What's
Still selling
good?
not a goddamn thing. My brother still selling the best cold cuts of dope around this motherfucking world since Pablo Escobar. You feel me?
What? I feel that. I feel that. Who the fuck are you? Let's get into the shits. It is late, aka early. So yeah.
Early for us, late for them. You see it when you see it. Our B's the one and only Busy 9 Thrizzy 3. That is 9-3, 93. 1993 was a great year. Some also call me Khalifa. Some also call me the motherfucking can't go down. Around some circles in the southern United States, they know me as the Tiki Torch Nazi daughter slayer. That means if you believe in things like QAnon, Ku Klux Klan, or just don't like black people, I might be coming for your daughter and or your wife or sister. Um, Also known as Captain Dr. Science. It's not a lab coat, just t-shirt and Carhartt. Got a blood in my hand, but sometimes you gotta make it work what you got. Like I said, just gotta let it rock up after you let it simmer to it boil. I'm back, bitch.
Hey, and hailing from the home of bitchin' tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealers, A1 on the mic, motherfucking horse Ortega, aka Tequila Barbie, aka the Almighty Slumlord. You feel me? I'm out here, aka Martin Quarantino, aka Zay Mysterio, also known as the Pod God. Praise me, part of the greatest holy trinity between Hove and Fly God. You know what I mean? Put on your robes and light your candles. You know what the fuck it is. It's episode 196, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We in this bitch. Episode 196.
You ain't gotta pray to the east to fuck with this. You just gotta believe. You dig?
Oh, and I forgot to introduce myself also. Because I gotta let motherfuckers know. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm North End Jim Jones. Because motherfuckers y'all gotta recognize me. I'm sorry. That's just a thing. North End Jim Jones. We here.
The Harlem one exists. He's cool, friend of the show. But here we have the North End incarnation.
Jim Jones is all over the nation. Know who y'all are, and we are. Look, if we put all of us in the same room, we all. The only thing we're gonna be talking about and probably beefing about is who got more money and who look is the most drippy. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's gonna be the biggest whole thing.
I still feel like I'm more Jim Jones than you, but I will be. I will hand the crown over.
Just be Rico, nigga. Just be Cameron. Just be Cameron. Where you at? Just be Cameron.
I feel like I'm more Jim than Cam, but I get how people could say I'm more Cam than Jim. I get it.
Just be Cameron.
I get it.
Just be Cameron. Just be Cameron. Just be Cameron right now. Let me
I'm
involve.
You said Rico, but
you
whatever.
know what I'm saying. Let me
that implies certain things, but okay.
Because I'm North End Jim Jones right now. Y'all don't want to see me turn into North End Dame Dash. When that happens, it's gonna be all types of fucked up for y'all niggas. Y'all don't even want to see that happen.
I don't think anybody likes seeing the Dame Dash come out of anybody. It was funny.
I'm talking about 2004 Dame Dash.
This wasn't even
That's what
on
I'm talking about.
You just reminded me. I was on Instagram earlier today, I think, and I saw this clip of Leo Cohen talking about how Dame Dash just used to be so erratic, and he would just, how he would just yell at everyone, and it would make no sense. It would just be loud for no reason. This nigga Dame
So you
captured
going
this shit.
so you're not gonna tell me so you gonna tell me I can't get no money. So that's what you're gonna tell me right now, Leo.
Wait,
So if
this
you're gonna tell
nigga
me we
Dame.
can't get no money right over here, Leo, then I mean like I'm gonna take my artist and I'm gonna take my product and we gonna get the fuck out of here.
The
So
reason I saw it.
what do you want, Leo? You gotta tell me what you want, and I would help you deliver that. But if it's not helping Rockefeller, if it's not helping Dame Dash,
The
if
fuck
it's
is
not
we
helping
talking
Sean
about,
Carter,
nigga?
what the fuck is we talking about? Hold on,
But
I got a
wait,
call. It's the
but
Rock.
wait, but wait.
Like,
The only reason I saw it was because Dame reposted it because I follow Dame on Instagram. Dame reposted it with the caption, "This fucking clown, you know why the fuck I was yelling at you." You know exactly why I was yelling at you. You've been still in the culture for decades. God damn. Hey, chill. He's still yelling. He's still yelling.
I didn't even know what it was about, but apparently what I just said was clearly what it was about.
It was about that because I think the guy asked him. The question was like, "What's why? What was your relationship behind the scenes like with Dame?" Even though he was doing all of that shit behind the scenes and in the camera, what was your relationship like? And he was like, I thought he was cool, but he just wouldn't stop yelling at people. And it was like, bitch, you know why I was yelling at you? Like,
Look, fam, there was a this is a story time with Ortega moment. I love how these happen at the beginning. This is how you know this is organic. Anyway, so once upon a time, Hermano Ortega, my brother and shit, Tony, shout out to him. He was working a show doing ballet and shit when Dame Dash was in town. And
I remember you telling me this.
yeah, he had a really bad run-in with Dame Dash. I'm not gonna tell his story, but Dame was very much bossy and he was very much yelly. My
He was
brother
very
is
much
very
Dame Dash.
yeah, pretty much. He was very much me off of Fifth of Tequila. You know,
But sober.
Yeah. Nah, he drank an eighth. You know, he drank a pint of tequila, nigga. You know he did. What was they selling at the time? Whatever they were selling, he was drinking. Anyway,
What year was it?
I think this had to be 2002, 3.
They were selling Armadale. That's vodka.
Whatever. I don't drink vodka. Well, we just gonna say it was that. So they had a run in. Dame was being very Dame Dash. And he was like, yo, nigga, I don't want to wait no fucking line, nigga. I'm Dame Dash. Like, nigga, just like you got my ticket. Give me the car. He's like, yo, nigga, other niggas lying. Like, you can't just say fuck all of these niggas because you Dame Dash. And my brother is the type of person come from the same mom. So you just gonna turn around and say fuck all these people that's looking at you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't turn out so well. So let's just say I don't believe Dame Dash would remember this moment in time, probably. Now, unless he just like, if he lives on that type of like that grief and hate, he'll live a very long time. But if like, I don't think he believes in it. Like, man, fuck that one nigga from Detroit. But I remember telling my brother when he told me this story, I'm like, you know what, nigga, you just don't understand that nigga, bro. Sometimes he was like, I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, nigga, sometimes you just on your Dame Dash, and if you happen to be Dame Dash, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, what? Get me my motherfucking car, nigga. What the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Sometimes when you the Rock, you just gotta be like, yo, get me my motherfucking whip right now.
No, I've definitely. I think everybody has, even if they don't know they've done it. I think everybody has had Dame Dash moments in public where it's like, "Hey, you said I gotta wait for what? I ain't got time for that. I need you to speed that up right now."
Look,
Why? Because I said
I've
so.
had
Nigga,
Dame
speed it up.
Dash moments. Like my worst moments are actually my best moments, which was like 2003, 2004 Dame Dash moments. Then I've had some, you
I
know what
don't
I'm
know if
saying?
that should be a highlight. But okay.
I've had my 2010 Kanye moments. Those aren't really great to live up to, but they've been there.
Oh man, poor Kanye.
No, not poor Kanye. Fuck Kanye. You need to stop giving him bail. Stop
that
doing
was
that.
the other thing I
Stop
meant to
doing
say.
that. I don't want to talk about him
No,
and Kim and Pete and
I
Skeet
gotta
or
talk
whatever the
about
fuck.
Kim. No, it's not about Kanye. I had a problem with Kim this week.
Why?
Because she said some dumb shit right when I was
Oh,
starting to give her credit.
oh, I forgot to put this on the list. I think I know what you're about to say.
You do, because you know I forgot to tell you that it was on the list. I forgot to put it on the list too until I just thought about this. Kim, you know, we've been praising her for months, probably over a year now. You know, about how smart and she's come off, how much she's changed, the things that she's done, the things she's doing, and that we're not taking away from that when we say this.
She grown
But
a
when
little
I
bit.
say this, yeah, she's grown. She's definitely grown as a person, no matter how flawed she still may be, or how poorly some people think she may manage her pussy. Because I don't know, it just to me, how do you go from Kanye West to Pete Davidson? But whatever. Anyway,
She
I know
having
Chris
fun now.
Jenner.
That's
It's
not
a
real.
thing.
That's
Yeah, hey,
she having fun right now. You
if I
just
was
let her have her fun.
Kanye, if I was Kanye, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Or to Kanye, I understand why he's feeling the way he's feeling. No nigga wants to lose his bitch to a nigga he thinks is lame. And especially worse than that, no nigga wants to lose his bitch to a nigga that everybody thinks is lame.
Can I speak? Can I speak one time?
I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100. If we gonna keep it a thou out to for real, 2019 to 2022, Kanye West and Pete Davidson are the same level of lame as fucking like
no.
yes.
2019, I'm saying Pete is cooler than Kanye.
No, them niggas.
Yeah.
Like, look.
2019, I was giving Pete props, probably on the podcast. I've given Pete his props. I fuck with Pete. I just think he's caught up in some bullshit.
I don't. I don't. I'm actually.
Ain't nobody gonna not fuck Kim
I'm not gonna say what I was about to say because that's gonna get us like banned off YouTube. So I'm not gonna do that because I'm trying to monetize. But I never think that Pete was cool in any type of way. I think he's like the ultimate version of lame. But I think Kanye had a level of massive cool that plummeted worse than Enron stock and like shot down in a DeLorean going at 88 miles per hour and just boom. Now you ended up at Pete Davidson lane. And it's like, how did you go from how could you be so heartless?
And I thought about
to Pete Davidson lane. I don't know, but you did it. So it's like God, you can't be mad at Shawty. But hold on. You can't be mad at Shawty for looking at another lame nigga because like you're a lame nigga now and being like, oh,
that's true.
I don't not find that person attractive. Why wouldn't you? The person that you were just married to is officially a lame ass nigga.
This is my theory.
She might just like lame ass niggas. Matter of fact,
I think she has a history.
Chris Humphries, Kanye West, Pete Davidson, Reggie Bush. We're gonna call him lame.
He's a lame.
We're gonna call him lame.
He's a good football player, but he's a lame.
Ray J, let's be real. He lame for real. Let's be real.
Okay, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
I'm gonna go that far. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your Ray beats you got in your ear. That shit's whack.
I'm not going that far.
Like,
Raycon Global's in the bag.
They ain't got no bag to send.
They definitely have a lot of bags to send.
And they don't got enough.
Yeah, they do. They do. Mm-hmm. I promise you, they do.
Until we get Enron by Ray J. And I'm not talking about, like, I ain't trying to go through that. Anyway.
Nigga, we'll get Enron by Rage Shadow before we get Enron by
Rage J. And this is a person that I respect, and I fuck with him. Nick Cannon. He lame for real, but
Nick Cannon has earned back his cool.
Look, I think
Over the
look,
years, he's earned it
is
back.
is he a
Just like
sniper?
Keenan.
Is
Keenan
he a
Thompson.
sniper?
He's another
Yeah,
one.
for sure. He
I
is
ain't even
sniper.
talking about his bitches and his kids. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about he himself, his brand. He has unlamed himself over the years.
I always respect the hustle. I'm not going to knock the hustle any type of way. Now, I can think your hustle may be lame, or what you doing may be lame. But if you out here getting money, that's not lame. So it's like, all right, you can get your bread. You just may be looking corny to the motherfucker when you do it. And like I said, I fuck with Nick Cannon. So there's no disrespect in what I'm saying. The point is, she just might like lame ass or questionably lame ass niggas. So why, if all of a sudden, if you're Mr. Ezekiel, Yeezus, whatever, Yay Nuts, whatever the fuck you want to call this person, Mr. East, Northwest, South, on the equator, if you want, like, whatever the fuck you want to call this nigga, you might just been the coolest lame nigga that she just happened to date at the time. And if we're gonna talk about most of the niggas that in his peer group, ain't the lame nigga the motherfucker that most niggas look at? I'm like, that nigga a little weird. But when it comes down to this music
that's
shit,
not always the lame nigga.
sometimes it is.
Sometimes, I don't think.
And to probably what you're about to say, and in a society and in a culture where there's a lot of already weird is normal. If the weird niggas are saying like
that's not where I was
that
going.
nigga's a little weird, it's like
that's not where I'm going. Let me tell you where I'm going. This is where I'm going. I think Kanye got away. I think his cool got away from him in aging, in all of this mental shit he's gone through. This ain't me shooting him, Bill. And all the mental shit he's gone through, all the shit with his kid, Kim, and his mom, the music, and the business.
Kim don't love him no more.
It's not where I'm getting at. It's not where I'm getting at. He got older, and in him getting older, he just, I think, aged out of things he was just mirroring, if that makes sense. He aged out of the images he was mirroring, and the images it to the point that it just is now a full stream of what he wants to create, but he doesn't look as cool creating it as he used to. So he kind of like, I feel like just because he's gotten older, it's kind of lended itself to him being what people that used to consider him the coolest nigga on earth would now say he's the lamest nigga on earth, or one of them.
I'll rock with a motherfucker that I think is creative, I'm a fan of, that has influenced me in life, socially, mentally, creatively, whatever. I rock with you, and even some of the bullshit that you say. If some of the bullshit that you say, I can justify in some way.
It's not on you to. It's not on him to justify it for you.
No, I'm saying for me.
Why does it matter?
For me. For me. I'm not talking about for him.
Well, why do you need to justify it? It's not your problem.
If I'm going to support you, then I do have to justify it in some way, right? It can't just be just support.
No. Because there are people that's like, nigga, you don't have to support. You can separate the art from the man. There are those people. I'm not going to bring up the names that we know we could bring up, but there's plenty of arguments about separating the artist from the man.
We've had that conversation
from
about
the man.
I don't. I like, my thing is, like, I've said this before and I'm saying it again. I can not like your music, but fuck with you as a person. If you are just generally cool people, good vibes, or not like your craft, but fuck with you, because generally good people, good vibes.
It's a lot
great
of celebrities
motivation.
that I don't like what they do. I don't pay attention to what they do, but I like hearing them talk about shit.
Yeah,
I like them as a
but
person.
I can't not like you and like your craft. It's one of those. Like, if I don't fuck with who you are, I'm not gonna fuck with what you do. Especially because everything now is digitally monetized. If you are a name, if you are a brand, each view, each listen, each stream, each search going towards you that I support is, or people
It's
like,
worth something.
yeah, it's worth something. But if a bunch of motherfuckers like me and somebody else like, you know, I just don't fuck with that person and what they do. I don't fuck with them what time they on in the way that I do. All right, you might not go broke, but that might be mad money out of your pocket. And motherfuckers is like, all right, I just don't fuck with you. That's how I look at Kanye. It's like, yo, I supported you for a long time. I just don't fuck with you now. If I looked at like the way I would look at Kanye face to face now versus how I would have 10 years ago, it's completely different. Like, it's completely different.
It's the same for me, but I don't
It's
feel like
it's
I feel
one
like
of
he
those
just
like throw
grew.
them shits up. Like
He's
yo,
the 40-year-old
put your hands up.
man I figured he would be. It's like rapping is it's weird because it's the truth. It's like rapping is his job. You get what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
transition from
but
being the thing to being like I'm just doing this. I got to do it.
but here's the thing
Like,
but that's the reason why I still look at there's always going to be a difference to me, no matter whether I like yeah or not, between Kanye and Hov, because I feel like, all right, Kanye may be richer than Hov via Forbes, maybe, but
I ask Kanye,
I
he richer than everybody right now.
yeah, but I think Hov look at that like,
Whatever.
okay, it's one of
It's not
those
like
like,
he's offended by it. Yeah, no.
what I'm thinking is it's not like he's offended by it, but it's also like he look, all right, he may have that now.
I feel like Hov is like, nigga, I made you. You wouldn't have
Yeah,
have that
like,
without me. So whatever you
but
make is really a win
I'm
for
going
me
to always
anyway.
come
So
out. But here's the thing: is like I'm going to come out on top because I know how to protect my brand.
even if Hov never
That
gains
like
anything
that's the
more
difference,
monetarily, no,
nigga.
it is the difference. But even if Jay-Z never gains anything else monetarily, ever for anything, which is not gonna happen, but if it did happen, he could survive off the wins he's created for others. If Jay-Z and Beyonce for some reason went broke tomorrow, I can think of about 10 people lined up to give them $1 million a piece.
Yes, look,
You know what I'm saying?
look.
Just because they like, we not about to have him out here like that. For whatever reason it happened, they not about to be out here like that.
Look,
That's like black royalty, nigga. They not about to be out here like that.
look. J and B are a different type of breed, nigga. They are the only couple to go through, and I think musically in history, in my opinion, I could be wrong, to go through a complete affair and all types of bullshit and fuckery. We not know about it. Then we come to find out about it from the both of them. They monetized both them projects, shot them up to superstardom, and then decided to come right back around for the motherfucking hook shot and do a bitch together. And
That's
that
black
shit
love.
was fire. That's black love. That's black
love.
monetism. And that is black excellence. God damn it. That's how you do it. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think Hov looks at that shit like, yo, you don't have the power that I do. You may be
That's why he's not
rich
offended. That's why
today.
it's like you
Yeah,
can say whatever you want. It's not
yeah.
a win for Kanye is a win for Jay-Z. No matter if they beefed out or not. A win for Kanye. $1 billion, $100 billion for Kanye is a win for Jay-Z. Regardless.
I'm gonna keep this shit real.
It's like if Eminem put
Kanye
me
gonna fuck
on,
up. Kanye
I
gonna
become
fuck up
bigger than
again.
him. He's not gonna be
Kanye
mad.
gonna fuck up again. And I'm gonna tell you this. B is from Houston. It's not too far, you know what I'm saying? That's in Texas. Not too far away from, you know what I'm saying, Mexico. You know what I'm saying? The motherland for myself. And I'm gonna tell you this. Women's don't play no shit. They don't want you around your stupid ass homeboy. They ain't gonna want you around your stupid ass homeboy.
Free
And
text. My nigga text said, you a fool if you think that pretty girl from Houston will let that dirty nigga from Marcy sell out. You a fool.
Oh yeah.
She'll never let that nigga go.
Oh yeah.
Pop. So to
And
speak.
she looking at this nigga like every time this nigga just at brunch just on Sunday, this one day, he's like, you know what? I remember that time. Kanye jumped on the table. That shit was funny as hell. And she look at this nigga and it's like, yo.
God, you're so right.
You ain't going no motherfucking where. Matter of fact, you ain't going nowhere. Clear your schedule. You with me for the next 48 hours. I don't even. Yeah, you could. You babysitting Blue and all of them. Right.
I feel like Beyonce is definitely his therapist. Like for sure.
Like
She's
no.
handler.
Like you need to do something
he be
else
wanting
other
to
than
slap
think
me.
about like.
He be like,
you not making enough money. You want to go do music now? You want to go do music with that nigga? Like, hell no. Nah. Like, no. You need something to do. Do some shit. Like, nah, we ain't doing this. Grab a child. There's 3 of them now. Grab one.
Conspiracy theory busy.
She not letting this nigga fuck up. Sometimes you got great bitches behind you. Giselle is behind Tom Brady. B is behind Hope. They are not gonna let these niggas fail. Why? Because they too strong of women to let these niggas make them look like dumb bitches. And that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You're not gonna make me look stupid. Everybody's mama done said that to him. Everybody mama done said that to him. And guarantee
at least if you black, everybody mama done said that to you.
Nigga, Giselle
don't
Brazilian
walk out
ass
this house and embarrass this family.
She done said that to her white children. She looked at her children like, you don't make me look stupid. I don't give a fuck what Tom is doing on Sunday. You make me look stupid. Like you better like fuck that game.
I guess it's a different. You gotta be of a
shit.
certain. You gotta be cut from a certain cloth to do that. I guess.
But that's what I'm saying. Once you at that point, you ain't gonna make me look stupid. There was a point in time, and I told you when it came down to this Kanye Kim K shit, when he was gonna make her look stupid, Meaning,
she was gonna be.
Yep, because the person that she was she looked clowny as fuck. If we gonna be real, she looked like the clown. She got her whole shit together, did a complete 180, changed the whole shit up. This nigga did a whole 180, acted a fucking super nut. And what she was trying to accomplish, he was making her look stupid. She tried to check this nigga. He was still making her look stupid. She looked like LeBron James in the final season in Cleveland. You had all the reasons to leave, nigga. And we all saw it right before our very
Wasn't
eyes.
even gonna be mad at you if you left.
No,
they gonna be mad, but everybody else gets
it. It was like when Kim K getting her divorce is the same as motherfucking LeBron James leaving Cleveland. Cleveland had the same face as everybody that's a Kim K fan, that's a Kanye fan, that's just a fan of just general, just like watching them motherfuckers. They had the same face, like,
I
It's
guess.
like, we understand. We all know. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I said my conspiracy theory, busy theory is I feel like if we watch the trajectory of the people that we hold up, the rappers especially, that we hold up to a high standard, if their significant other leaves them, they might be on some lame shit. If Jay-Z leaves Beyonce after all of this, and Jay hasn't put out an album at least within 6 months of that happening, something might have changed. And we might not like it. Because B didn't like it. If it happened, God
Uh,
forbid it ever happens. But if it were to happen, that might be a sign. If who's another good example? If Sierra leaves
Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson, that boy then went to the dark side. You
Oh yeah, you know he went to the dark side.
know
You know he
what
went
I'm
to the dark
saying?
side.
You know what I mean?
He'll be banging Future down the street. When he banging Future down the street, it's lit.
This nigga was trolling you, and now you like, fuck it, I feel you, homie.
Just do part of my collection. Like driving down the street.
Yo, I saw a tweet the
Shout
other
out to
day.
Russell Wilson. He in Denver now. Hey.
I heard about that. I saw a tweet the other day. It was an old hip hop beef that resurfaced on my man's I think his page is Critics of Culture or something. But he a lot of niggas follow this motherfucker. He reposted some tweets from 2011, and it was a beautiful set of tweets because it was Rihanna beefed out with Sierra. A beef
Word.
that everybody forgot about.
Gang.
The tweet said it was
Be
it was
Navy
it was
over
it,
there.
it was very short because Rihanna keep it short and sweet. She ain't got much to say. When she say something, she
Oh
say a
no,
lot.
she gorgeous and straight to the point.
The series of
I'm
tweets
I'm
went.
hating on ASAP for like ever now.
Oh, we all are. The series of tweets went as such, and I remember them off the top of my head because it was so short. Sierra said, "Hey, Rihanna don't want to see me in music or in the street," and it was something about you can't see me. No, they were
In music
comparing.
or in the
It wasn't.
streets.
It wasn't in music or in the street. It was something along the lines of that, but it was more so about like you can't fill a stadium or something like that. You can't fill a theater or an arena, and you can't see me in the streets. Like if we was gonna fight, you couldn't see me, and you can't sell more tickets than me. And Rihanna replied with, "Yeah, you have fun selling out that arena," which it's Rihanna. You're not going to sell more tickets than her. You weren't going to do it in 2011. You ain't going to do it now. Sorry. Nah.
You know
Nah.
what? And I'm Navy, so this is really hard for me to say, but on a technicality,
Nope.
on a
Whatever you about to say.
no,
No.
oh no, it's a technical, it's some fuck shit, but it's some technical. And a technicality, based on just of what I said earlier and what we were just discussing, actually, Happy Women's Month. And you know what I'm saying? Like we were just discussing, like, yeah, and we speaking on women that were in highly support of their men and ain't gonna look stupid because they men looking like ass, but are very supportive in their men's success. B, J, Russell Wilson, Sierra, Tom Brady, Giselle, same class, right? Holding a man's up.
You could put, I'd argue
If
you
we
could put ASAP and Rihanna in there because ASAP ain't never really did in a while. And I don't think Rihanna gonna deal with a nigga that's gonna make her look crazy.
Look, my nigga. I would almost give you that. Only reason I don't say that is because I don't think ASAP is doing bigger or better shows than he was before he was with Rihanna, and Rihanna ain't done no shows. So I
The
really
people we
can't.
named aren't doing bigger or better things. They're the people we named are basically since they've been with these people have been elevating ever since, along with the people they've been with.
You're right. You're right. So all right, I'll put that in the same box then. But what I'm like, if we're gonna say for Russell Wilson and Ciara, technically, if we're gonna say for as long as she's been with Russell Wilson, in the years that Rihanna doesn't tour,
which is most years,
more than 9 now.
Definitely.
And Russell
5
Wilson
years.
still plays football, and he still be pretty much selling out games. Is she wrong? I'm not saying by number standard. I don't know, but it's
Well,
like
this was 2011 when that happened.
But I'm
This
saying
was
like
2011 when that happened.
you're right. So I'm saying like
it's not the same context as
Rihanna had like a 6-year run. Rihanna had a 6-year run.
Rihanna is still on the run she was on then.
No, nigga, she not on a musical run no more, nigga. She ain't released. She's on a run. She ain't released an album in 20 years, nigga. She pregnant now.
And
nigga,
all she gonna do is come back with sexy mama clothes, sexy mama music, and sexy hot girl music again. That's all she's gonna do.
But but the tweet is based off of who's selling out the arenas versus who no.
I gotta find the tweet now to give it context.
I'm saying if it's about the arenas or who's selling out the
it definitely was. That was Rihanna's response. She's like, but you're not going. Oh, here it is. There you go. Oh, yeah. Ciara said this was February 25th, 2011, 10:14 p.m. Ciara said, trust me, Rihanna, you don't want to see me on or off the stage.
On or off?
Rihanna, on or off the stage. Rihanna said at 10:22 p.m., what, 8 minutes, 9 minutes later, 8 minutes later, she said at 10:22 p.m., good luck with booking the stage you speak of.
But
she's not wrong then. She's not wrong now. She wasn't talking about her husband. She was talking about her as an artist.
Right. But sometimes being an artist, and you can't be an artist at anything in your craft. Maybe your craft is being the dopest ass wife. And she just living up to that. Maybe she trying to be her. Maybe instead of trying to be the next. Oh God, no, I ain't gonna do that. Nope, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna do that disrespect. That was gonna be terrible.
You already alluded to it. You might as well say
something. Like, no, I wasn't even gonna do that. No, you don't even know
when people do this. I hate when people do that.
When I thought about it, I was like, you know what? No.
I hate when people do that shit. They be like, you know what? That would be like.
It was one of those. I seen what I. It was one of those like, you know what? I see how you can cut this in the middle later. And I meet Rihanna and shit, and they
you saw the end point as you were saying.
Yeah, and they look at me crazy as fuck, like nigga, and I'm like, what? I'm a fan. What the fuck are you talking about? and they look at this one little segment about what I was about to say, and it's like, oh,
there's no way you a fan.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, that's out of context. That's it. Nope, not touching that. But
that is hilarious.
What I will say is, I think maybe Ciara is just trying to be her best. She's trying to be her own Kim K. She's just trying to be her own Kim K without trying to be Kim
K. She's been trying to be
without trying to blow Ray J.
Carrie Hilson. She's been trying to be Rihanna. Carrie, I almost called her Carrie Hilson. Ciara been trying to be every pop star since she's been a pop star. She all right now.
Look, fam, me and my wife is down for the threesome with Carrie Hilson. That's been a disgusting thing.
I'm down for the one-on-one with Carrie Hilson. I just feel like she doesn't look as good as people she was trying to be with.
Oh, she done had a baby now. That pussy fired. Hey, shout out Carrie Hilson. It is fire.
I'll fuck Carrie Hilson. I'm not pulling out.
Fire.
You gotta you fuck Carrie Hilson. You just gotta see what happens. Can't pull out.
See, if I get Carrie Hilson pregnant on a threesome though, then my wife's gonna feel like jealous. So she gonna feel like I gotta give her one, and I'm gonna feel obligated to because I'm just like, damn, it's Carrie Hilson and shit. So it's just
Just
like
got 3 kids.
I don't want. I just want one. I'm good with the one. So it's like,
Well, you gotta pay for your sins.
that's why vasectomy is always a great option. If you want to be really safe out here, though.
I mean, you still catch.
But Tax was saying when you say be safe, though, that's the safest you can get, though, and you still can get an STD. So still wear a condom, but that's the safest you can get. But yeah, she can technically say through her support of Russell Wilson, she sold out a couple arenas on a Super Bowl ring.
I'm sure on a tour or two, she did the Scream tour with Bow Wow and them back in the day. Yeah, I'm sure she sold it out technically in arena, but by herself on a tour for her album.
I don't think anybody actually there sold out an arena. If we want to be real,
the people that headlined it did. That's why they're there. That's why they're headlining.
I'm gonna be real.
Scream tour, niggas, come on, bro. B2K has definitely sold out arenas.
I'm gonna be real millennial right now.
I know, bitches.
I'm gonna be real millennial right now. Those was bots.
What else would you be? You know how I know they weren't bots? Because I know people that went to those concerts when we were that age for them to be doing concerts and be popular.
I know my wife went. I know.
That's what I'm saying. I've talked to girls that was like, no, nigga, I was at the B2K joint in 05, nigga. Like, I was at Joe Louis Arena in 05 watching B2K.
Low key, if I would have known she went to the Scream tour before I married her, I probably wouldn't have. Like, that was like one of those.
I feel like that's a green flag. I don't feel like that's a red flag. I feel like that's a very green flag. If you went to the Scream tour,
if you went
to the green flag.
If you went to the Scream tour, for whom? Bow Wow, come on.
Bow Wow, Omarion.
My wife is a Chadwick
I think Chris
Mossington
Brown
fan,
was on there,
which I'm ashamed of.
Like,
I didn't know she was a real Chadwick Mossington fan, and I was like, oh wow, this shit's ass.
We all are Chadwick Mossington fans. We just
don't. What the fuck, we're not.
Yes, we are. Everybody.
I listen to Griselda.
Everybody loves Bounce With Me. Everybody loves.
No, we don't.
Wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. Everybody loves.
You do?
Everybody loves these records.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Everybody loves Fresh As I'm Is. Stop it. Remember Fresh As I'm Is? That's Bow Wow's, arguably, that's Bow Wow's hardest record. Fresh As I'm Is. That's his hardest record. You
know what
I'm not playing. I'm dead ass serious.
That's certified platinum bullshit. That's what the hell I call it. He might get a plaque for it, but that was certified platinum bullshit. Look, at that point in time when Fresh As I'm Is came out. What was that? The Massacre 2 came out at that time. That's what I was banging at that time.
The Massacre came out. Yeah. No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it was the Massacre.
No, it wasn't. I feel
to be around that time.
I could be wrong.
Around that time,
like
it was
Fresh As
I'm gonna say
I'm Is
around that time, it was. That's when I went into the mega zone of Death Row, Aftermath, all Eminem, all Snoop. If you shot some niggas, I was listening to you. Like at that point in time, I'm not. Come on. No. I wasn't listening to no bitch ass niggas like Chadwick Mossington and Sammy and all these old ass niggas. Like, fuck it.
You ain't right, you ain't bumping like I'm bumping. You ain't said nothing on me. You ain't Fresh As I'm Is.
Hey, matter of fact, the other week, for some reason, in my mind, I remember the fucking Chain Hang Low song.
Oh, do your jibs, do your chain hang low,
Yeah, love
wobble
do it.
to the
Wobble to
flow.
the flow. Can you tie it? Platinum Mexico. I was like, oh, that shit was hard at the
What
time.
era was that of hip hop? Like, what do you call that era? Because it was like silly ass song, like Get Silly. It was all of that shit was about the same 3 year span. I looked at the first as I mean, it was
I
05.
would, I
So
would
that
call it,
like
I would call it the
05
Soldier Boy.
to 08.
I would call it the Soldier Boy era. But that had to be the Massacre. The Massacre had to drop in like
Yeah,
04,
I think, yeah.
05. Yeah, it
It was
had to
like
be
04,
05.
05.
Yeah, it was about 05. So
Because Get Rich or Die Trying was 03. So
yeah,
Massacre was like
but
05.
I will call it the Soldier Boy era because Soldier Boy got off on there was an he made an algorithm with the game. Like it didn't like it wasn't computer generated by that time yet, but it was still a thing. Like what's hot,
He
what
made
makes
the,
this shit tick.
you gotta give it to Big Draco. He made the new blueprint. He been telling you niggas.
It didn't
He
last
made
long
the
though.
new blueprint. No,
That shit
it
came
did.
in.
No.
No,
Niggas still use it.
it
If you use the internet to get popular, you are using part of the Draco blueprint. My nigga, stop it.
just because you was the first nigga to use some shit don't mean that everybody that used some shit is because of
He
you.
was the
Shut
first
up.
nigga to do everything.
No, he wasn't.
He
Anyway,
was.
anyway, I'm gonna talk some sense. Anyway, so I will call it that era because it was all right. If you can make the catchy hook that says nothing with the southern beat, or with some mad bass on it, or you can hot beat, catchy hook, but it was a catchy southern hook at that point in time. It wasn't just it wasn't East Coast. It wasn't just
No, I
Midwest.
was
You could
copying off that song. You know that song.
but I'm giving off
Giving the
more
people
to that.
context.
Yeah, like it was specific to Southern, like that hot beat, catchy hook. You didn't really even have to say nothing.
Yeah, the hook
If
didn't
you
have
could
to be
dance,
catchy.
to it, if you could make a shuffle to it, a hustle to it, or there was its own dance to it already, you had a formula. And that shit rocked for a long point in time because it was a tracks that went everywhere. Like it went to niggas riding in the whip, headphones, school dances, script club. You know what I'm saying? Like it went fucking everywhere.
Who was the crime?
But then there was a point when everything stopped. And I think that was when the niggas that was sleeping decided like, all right, we just can't just leave Lil Wayne out here on his own.
I think Lil Wayne said, "You niggas not about to leave me and my niggas out here on our own." I think that's what Lil Wayne said. And then he just started rapping better than everybody for the next 10 years. I think that's what happened with Lil Wayne in that time frame.
Well, there was
2005.
Everybody was
fresh
kind
out
of, but what I'm
Carter
saying,
2.
everybody was kind of chilling. 50 was doing his thing, but you know what I'm saying. And by the way,
2005 was
as
just
much as
before the Wayne wave.
as much as I do not like that the Curtis album because I think it's trash.
I love it. Why do you think the album's trash?
Oh, that's booty meat. It's a booty meat today. I can't stand. I mean, they gonna talk. I don't want to talk. Before I Self Destruct, I still think that album is ass. But that movie is still pretty good.
Bad beat.
The
movie is better than the album.
Yeah,
I'm glad he sold it the way he sold it because the movie was bad. But the album, I will die on this hill with this album. Before I Self Destruct 50 Cent album, lyrically a good album. The beats are garbage.
Trash. They absolute
the beats
garbage.
Make the album bad. Like
they garbage.
But every beat on there, he's spitting on that shit if you just listen to what he's saying. But the beat is like, ugh.
And I have a point with 50 Cent. It's gonna be real quick, but not unless you refute it. I think he would agree. He was one of those artists, or is one of those artists that would have went down as maybe a top 5 if he would have got killed at a certain point in time. Not wishing that on him at all. But when he was on his high, he was on that high, son. Like it was there. Like that peak was like, yo, this is the super nigga. But when his low came down, it was low. But and I think what he tried to do to try and bring it back up with, and this one, well, last time I listened to Before I Self-Destruct, I listened to it and I'm like, this nigga really tried to reignite the sound, reignite that G-Unit gangsta 50 Cent sound that he came in with. Right. But at that point in time, you had transcended that point. Like you transcended that sound so much so that where when you did it again, it sounded corny and dry and shitty as fuck.
We didn't even believe you anymore because it was like, you're not doing that stuff.
And that's when he did. I was standing on the hill.
He was talking about it in a way like it was still his life, and it was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, like it's not that no more. You know what I'm saying? And I was standing on the fucking hill,
and I think that's probably what he struggled with, which was like,
you know what I'm saying, with 100 round Glock 9 drum, saying that Animal Ambition is a hard ass fucking out.
I believe it. I still haven't heard.
It's hard because I think it is.
50 Cent isn't a bad artist. He's not a bad writer. I think that time shit is came and went.
And he just
as an artist, his time came and went as an artist. And I would say that my only rebuttal to your point, because you're right, but my only rebuttal to your point, and then I want to get back to where we started at, which was the Kim thing I was trying to tell you about. My only rebuttal to your point is 50 has always been that type of artist where he was always kind of looking for the next move. I feel like he kind of gave you that energy. Like, I'm not even talking about like as a hustler. I'm just saying this. He just kind of gives off that vibe. He's looking for the next thing. Once he realized he aged out of his sound, inadvertently he created another sound. If you restart 50 Cent's career, you put that nigga starting in 2015, he's a drill rapper. He's the drill rapper. The nigga damn near he's 50% of fucking New York drill rap. Like,
but look, Pop Smoke himself even identified, he was like, yo, and even
I saw a video 50 just came out, was like, no, nigga, Pop did his own shit. That nigga didn't steal shit from me. He didn't take nothing from me. He sampled my music, but he didn't take nothing from my style. That nigga was his own nigga.
He was his own nigga, but it was a derivative of 50 set he had his own blueprint. And now motherfuckers that are old enough or watch the game that are rapping, that are, or at least paid attention to that era, are looking at it like, yo,
if you a 20-year-old,
I can do that. Like, yo, I'm carrying on a Glock 9 every single day. I'm trapping around them rocks every single day. I'm running around them Timbs every single day. Like bulletproof vest on every single day. Dealing with them fiends every single day. Yeah. It's easy to make it's easy to make a get rich or die trying like type of mixtape.
Yeah.
It's easy now because it's what I live. It's my reality. It's what I see outside.
That's what I was gonna say. Imagine being a 20-year-old drill rapper, nigga. Your parents fucking, let's say your parents is young enough, your parents' favorite album, one of your dad's favorite, your mom's favorite album is probably Get Rich or Die Trying. You know what I'm saying? If you a New York drill rapper from Queens and your parents is from, it's very easy to believe that your parents' favorite rappers or
It's
one of them might be Nicki
it's one of my
Minaj
favorite
finna say
rap
something
albums of
like,
all time.
you know what I'm saying?
If you
I
put
think
me
it
on
should be on everybody's list.
if you
If
put me
that
on an
album isn't on
island,
your GOAT list, you stupid.
if you put me on an island with 5 albums to listen to, Get Rich or Die Trying would definitely be on them. 100%. More than likely, Sauce and Boy 2. The other 3 are Illmatic would be one. I ain't gonna name the other 2. That's just why. Like I have to really think about that. But those would be definitely up there. Matter of fact, Deeper Than Rap too. Deeper Than Rap will be one.
That's another conversation.
And my wait, I got one more left now. I might as well say it.
Now you're gonna round it out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I might as well say it now. I'm here. Reasonable Doubt.
That's not a bad 5 to be trapped on.
It's not bad.
My
If
whole
I was
thing,
trapped on an island, yeah, that would
my
be
whole
mine.
thing with the trapped on an island theory though is, do I want to listen to rap music on an island if I'm trapped here? And how much of it? If I got 5 albums to pick from, 2 of
Hey,
them.
you pick whatever.
That's what I'm saying. 2 of those albums. But if I got 5 albums to pick from, out of all the albums in music, and I'm trapped on an island, they're not all gonna be rap albums.
Nigga,
2 of them for sure.
I'm in a
The
struggle
other
right
3
now. I'm
I
trapped
gotta have
on
a
an
pop.
island.
I gotta have an R&B. I gotta have a something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I believe there's power in this shit. You know what I mean? And it's the power to manifest. So if I'm on an island trapped, the power to manifest my way out would probably be through rap music more than chill music. In my opinion.
well, as long as you're not trapped on the island with Josh Hutcherson, I think that
Well, who?
inside joke. YouTube will get it. Anyway. No, I definitely think yeah, it would be reasonable to believe that would have 5 rap albums as your main albums, but if I can pick anything, I can't just do that. I don't even know if I'm trapped on an island with 5 albums. I don't even know if I want the albums. I might just pick 5 albums worth of singles just to have that much variety in my shit. Because I need a playlist. Like I can't just rock with albums or a album on a thing like that. But anyway, like I was saying, the thing with Kim was she came out basically and said she feels like a lot of people don't want to work. A lot of people need to get off their ass. And
that's true.
Do things. I'm gonna let her say it before I say what I think. Let me find this video.
You gotta grind for it, yours.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think you there's a way to say things, and there's people that should say things and shouldn't say things. You know what I mean?
Look, she at a point of mad frustration, so she might actually say some shit just based being on the edge. She got to deal with this nigga Kanye across the street from her when her booty call shows up.
Here,
and hoping that this nigga don't act a nut.
Hope y'all can hear it. Oh, this ain't even. What the fuck?
For women in business, get your fucking ass. I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. That's so true. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do, because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work. Kimberly, shut up.
So, advice for those, if you couldn't hear it, she said advice for women in business. Get your ass.
She not wrong.
The fuck up. Work. So you did hear it. I didn't know if you heard it or not.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
She's not wrong.
So she's not wrong, but is she the person to say that? Is she the person, the girl that's working her ass off to get maybe to a position like she's in or something similar, closer, just wants something out of life? If she's a fan of Kim Kardashian, is Kim Kardashian the
She's
person she needs to
K2.
fucking hear that from?
She's K2. She's Kris Jenner 2. She is the next in line to like the
Yeah, Kris Jenner
hold
don't say shit
down
like that out loud.
this stable. She is the next one.
There's nothing wrong with believing it. There's nothing wrong with that being true, because
But
it probably is true.
But here's like
Depends on what you want. And
this is
the
where
person
people may hate
saying
me
it.
or not.
Imagine if Jeff Bezos knocked on your door and called you a broke ass nigga. You not gonna punch that nigga in the face?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then it's the same shit.
But it's like, yo, do you really want to work for this shit, or do you want it to come easy? I saw also on my feed on Twitter, or she was acknowledging like nobody want to fuck Ray J to get to where they at. You got to grind on where you want to be. If you wanted to be here, I could have got here a million different ways. That? I saw that.
Jeez.
So in my head when I saw that,
saw
I'm
that
like,
as a point. That's funny. I didn't hear that.
And like when I saw that, I was like, oh, so she looked at it looks back at it now, probably like, all right, there's probably a million different ways that I could have got here to where I'm at, and being where I'm at.
All the resources you had.
Yeah, without having to fuck Ray J, but I did anyway. Yeah, I am where I am. But when they look at me now, I'm a mom of 3. I'm doing business this, business that. I'm getting a law degree. I'm trying to get people unjustly out of prison. Yeah, this nigga next to me was tripping. I got him out the fuck up out of here. I'm still doing my thing though, but it's still a grind. And I'm sure she probably does have a chip on her shoulder right now, nigga.
I don't feel like Kim Kardashian.
You trying to downplay this woman right now?
I'm not. I feel like Kim Kardashian.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you specifically. But I'm saying like she done motherfucking use her pussy to get herself noticed. Till years later, using her brain to advance herself.
I mean, she's not the first person to do that.
And then to say that, like, yo, the grind is better than doing it this way, and motherfuckers got a problem.
That's a porn star's hardest struggle, is selling pussy for years. And I've seen porn stars do that have retired, that I grew up loving and watching and beating off to, that now they don't want to sell pussy no more. They want to sell houses. And you go to buy a house from them, and they like, hey, ain't you? Yes, I am. But that's not this. You're not the first person to do that. And you also have no fucking right to be sitting up here telling another motherfucker, especially motherfuckers that are, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just being too sensitive about it, but I don't think you got the right to sit there and tell a motherfucker to be working harder when your version of work hard is still easy, bitch. Like,
look, I'm gonna pull a camera on you. You mad?
All right, Jim.
You mad? That's wild. Because in my opinion, it's like
I don't think there's nothing to be mad about. That there's not mad, nigga. That's just reality.
But what I'm saying is like, look,
you can't have an easy life and then tell a nigga you gotta deal with the hard shit when it comes to you don't know what the fuck hard is.
I don't think she knows what our level of hard is at all.
And the message is true because it permeates throughout all of those
what I'm
levels.
saying is, it's like,
come on
the level of IQ we held this chick to years ago. Did we ever think we just like Kim Kardashian?
You niggas were the only
get her bar degree.
You niggas were the only one that was calling Kim Kardashian stupid for selling pussy. You niggas are, and somehow niggas always thought this bitch was dumb. I never had an opinion on her intelligence because why? Never saw how intelligent she was, other than the move she made. And I always figured that was funded and thought up by Kris Jenner. I don't believe that now. I do believe that she's not faking what she's doing, but fuck.
I think Kris Jenner is the ultimate super pimp. In the sense, when I mean ultimate super pimp, I don't mean that in the sense that she's pimping her daughters out. What I mean I don't mean it. What I mean is this. She has placed each one of her kids in a position that isn't Rob. In a position.
He's still doing pretty good. For most dudes that are like him, he's doing pretty good. For guys like him.
He impregnated Black China. He's not doing well at all. Anyway.
But that's a type of
he's not doing well. He's not doing well.
That's a type of
Stop arguing. Stop arguing it. You know he's not doing well. You know he's not. You know he's not.
That's to us, though. That's to us.
You know he's not doing well.
For guys like Rob, he's doing pretty fucking good.
DJ Khaled, you playing yourself. Like, no, like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
There's a dude that listens to this podcast that is like Rob Kardashian that wishes he got Black China.
Go seek help. Talk space. Send it back. Anyway.
Whatever. Same shit. It's both.
Look, it's talk space, nigga. Anyway.
I think it's a headspace one, too.
Anyway. Send it back. Psychology. Mental health. We love it. She's placed all of her kids in a position to do whatever the fuck they pursue or wanted to pursue. And probably when they seemed like the world was most bleak and they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do, she looked at them and guided them in a position in a motherly guidance like as they should. That's why I believe every time there was a failure as far as the men who were supposed to accompany these women and grow with them and grow an empire and grow that wealth generationally. Because you think about it, if you got 5 kids, all of them worth $250 million a piece, at least, at the very least. Yeah, nigga, you've done pretty well. You ain't got to look out after them no more. If they want to look after you, they can all do it on a shitty level, and then and want a bill be missed. You know what I'm saying? So I think she placed them all in a specific position to do what they needed to do. Kim, I think Kim was the I think Kim was the sacrificial lamb.
She just made it work.
She made everything work. But the rest of these motherfuckers are and this is shout out to women, in a moment where the men fuck this shit up. Because if you think about how well Lamar Odom would be doing if he wouldn't have found crack rock and would have stayed with Chloe and made that shit work, and he would have been retired from the NBA by now. So what business ventures he possibly could be into along with her on the climb up, making the super bread, that shit will be shiny.
And that's something to be said about the niggas that they choose, isn't it? Just on a relationship level, psychologically, that's something to be said about the niggas they pick. Every dude each of them has picked has been some damaged dude that fucks them over in some way. Now, one of them girls have not been fucked over by dudes they have fucked with. And we talking about not even on like a scale, like we talking about on a public scale, like on national TV, they gotten done dirty. Like dirty as fuck, to the point that people feel bad about it, or bad for them. And it's not like you shouldn't, because nobody's had to go through some of those things. A lot of those things.
But that's what I think that this next, because the keeping up with the Kardashians thing, I think is coming to an end or some shit. I think I saw.
They shooting it. Yeah, it's the last season. They doing the last episode.
All right, so if it's the last season of the shit, it goes into
They
what I
just
thought.
said they was gonna bring Kim just got done saying she was gonna bring Kanye. He was gonna be in the season. It was gonna be clips of them fighting, and everybody was tweeting Kim like, "Oh, so Kanye can't fucking publicly beef with you, but you can beef with him publicly on your show when it's cleared by the show, right?" That's kind of
But
fucked up too, isn't it?
that's what I was about to say. I think this is the next phase, so to speak, to the growth, because I feel like if Kim, like I said, if Chris is the head pimp, and she's the orchestrator, and made all this shit move, and all these pieces on these boards move, to where each one of them is, all right, look, there is never going to be a day where Kris Jenner is going to wake up one day and be like, yo, if one of my kids get arrested, they're not going to be able to pay their way out and get bail on their own before I know. There's no way. All right,
Tabitha
cool.
know before she knows that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, all right, yeah, I got caught up on a DUI. I was drunk in Calabasas. Yeah, your bail's $15,000. Let's just say, shits and giggles, 15,000.
No fucking $15,000 bill for no fucking.
Let's just say Calabasas, nigga. I don't know. All I knew was the one time I went to Calabasas and shit and went through the neighborhoods. I just didn't want to get arrested there. That's all I knew. Anyway, let's just say.
See why you would think it would be, but no, I don't think it.
Look, nigga, let's just say for shits and giggles, I'm highballing it right now. 15,000. All right, shit. Nigga, these niggas can pull that shit out on their fucking credit card right now and be out the bitch.
Wipe away.
So as a parent, I feel like I would have done my job. At this point, we don't need the publicity of the bullshit of selling clout. We don't need that no more. You got makeup.
But you do.
You got,
that's kind of your thing.
No, it's like you got makeup, you got fashion, you got this, you got that. We got totaling together 2.5 billion fans. Who the fuck cares?
You got that from the clout. You got to keep that coming. You got to stay relevant to be relevant, nigga.
The people that love the clout buy the product, and they're loyal. And if you can gauge a loyal value of your loyal value consumer, then you can say like, all right, these people is our demographic. They're our core fan base amongst these products. Yeah,
their life is their life.
Yeah,
but the problem is the product is their life.
This can't be the forever game, my nigga.
It can be when the product is your life. Just because they stop keeping up with the Kardashians,
but that's what I'm saying.
5 years from now, they ain't gonna say we keeping up with the Kardashians part 2. Nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
the Kardashians the movie.
I don't think Chris and them want to keep doing that.
No, they gave them 12 seasons. I think they've done enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you've given enough. Your peoples, that's all that was coming up along the way, have now reached the point to where it's like, oh shit, now I gotta grow because everybody else is grown. This has to grow. We coming together literally for fucking like 6 weeks worth of shooting because we so fucking busy throughout the week. I mean, throughout the week, throughout the year, doing other shit and getting money. This shit chump change. We doing this shit just for clout, motherfucker.
I mean, but that was always. It's not like that's
Kim Kardashian at this point put up a bikini picture of her in Tulum, nigga. Guess what that's gonna do? Clout. If Courtney just put her ass out on a sandy beach and off an Italian villa, guess what that's gonna do? Clout.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You don't need it no more.
I think the point behind it though was just that most people don't want to hear some rich motherfucker telling them to work harder. So
How
no
you think you
matter
got
what
rich?
what what do
How
you
you
mean?
think
How
she
do
got
you think?
rich?
What do you mean?
She got rich. How
What do
you
you
think
mean?
she got rich? Not about how
What do
her
you
family
mean?
got
From
rich.
working hard? Is that what you're saying? Because her definition of work hard is very different from others' definition of work hard. Her 12 hours is not your 12 hours, and she earns more, what, fucking 10 times what both of us make put together in
Yeah, but you got
those
24.
hours.
You got 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with it? Don't be mad at somebody else because their
Everybody, the
24
nigga,
hours in a day pays
no,
out differently.
it's not
Don't be
about
mad
that. It's
like
not
don't be
about
mad at
that.
somebody else because
It's
they
not
24 like
about,
their 24 hours in a day is an easier job than yours
feel
that
like that's
does
a
pay
cop
out
out.
differently. Nigga, grind out. If
That's a
you
cop
not
out.
where you want to be,
Don't
you
tell
can
me to
change where
grind.
you want to be.
No, no, don't tell me to grind when you're already at the top. Don't do that.
How do you think she got there?
Nigga, we know how. She knows. We know how. If you are a girl that looks up to Kim Kardashian right now, and you're in a position
It's
that
easy
maybe
to fall
she
off for her.
has never been in, it's easy for anybody to fall off. What are you talking about? If you get
For
on, it's
what
easier to fall off than it is to get on. Always, infinitely,
what
forever.
but what I'm saying is like where she started from, it was easy for her to fall off from the jump. So
I feel like it's. I feel
for
like
her to
she.
keep this
No,
run
no,
and to
no. I
be
feel
who
like.
she is today
Mm-mm.
and rechange up everything that she like what she was, evolve before everybody's out, her and her sisters. Like I hate that this is my whole segment just about them, but it's like her and her sisters like getting to this.
I feel like
Don't degrade that. Yo, that's
I'm not.
fucked up.
I'm not. What I'm saying, I feel like this is the perfect way to put this. I'm not trying to degrade it. I'm applauding it. What I'm saying
That's a
is
grind. It's just because it's not
listen,
the same type of work,
listen.
nigga. Goddamn.
You're right. What I'm saying is, let's say what a Kim Kardashian needs in relevance, a Nicki Minaj might also need in relevance, right? Maybe this that same level of attention. What's the payout? What's the what's the safety net at the end of that? Kim Kardashian has always had a safety net, so to speak. Not saying she can't tell a motherfucker to work hard. I'm saying don't tell women in business to work hard because every woman in business ain't at your level in business. Every woman in business
Look,
that's at a lower level than you isn't at a lower level than you just because she's not working. That's like
look,
Jay Z coming out here and being like, "You
we
niggas
gonna
ain't got
say
no money because you ain't rapping good enough and you ain't fucking doing business deals,
we gonna say
bitch."
what to this Nicki Minaj thing, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I disagree with you. I feel like every single woman in business, and this is because I'm raising a woman, every single woman in business has to work 10 times harder than every single man. If you want to get to, if you want to
I'm
get,
comparing a
if you,
woman to a woman. I'm not
what
talking
I'm,
about a
no, what
man.
I'm, hear me out. Let me talk. As a work 10 times harder than every single man to get where they want to be. Because there's a lot of people, not I myself, but there's a lot of people that look at women as less able, not strong enough, not smart enough, not capable to be able to handle such things outside of the menial homely things. And they have to overcome a lot of this shit. So it's like, yeah, you gotta grind a little bit harder. Yeah, you might see your husband, you know what I'm saying, your boyfriend, whatever, your best friend, he doing just enough. He getting paid.
Kim Kardashian is
Yo,
worth.
you know what I'm saying? But if you want to, like, you can get paid too if you show some ass, but you don't really want to show no ass. You don't want to make no sex tape. You don't want to fuck Ray J. So yeah, you gotta fucking grind hard because guess what? For every man that's putting in a third of the percent of the work just to get to where you want to be, shit, you gotta work 33 times as hard to get there and grind there and get that respect, that grind, that grit. Every single time they don't trying to shoot you down, you gotta still like climb back up.
This is, I
And
hear
that's
what you're
real
saying.
shit, and that's something that women have to go through. That's
As
real shit, yeah.
As a man raising a woman, I want you to think about this because what you just said is right. And all the men listening out here that are watching this show right now and have made it this far in, I want you to think about this. What you just said is right. In business, especially, a lot of other areas as well. Women have to work 5, 10 times harder than do.
Don't tell your daughter to fuck Ray J.
Definitely that too. Not where I was going, but definitely that too. I feel like that's fair to say, right? You gotta work. That's a thing. But Kim Kardashian said that, right? I just looked at the net worth of Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, while you were saying that. Kim Kardashian, her net worth is $1.8 billion. Nicki Minaj, her net worth is $100 million. I feel like when she's saying, bitch, work harder, not only are you talking like you're above everybody, you're talking to people below you like they below you. Nobody's below you, and you're not above anybody. It just came off that way. I don't think she meant it like that, but it came off that way. Don't tell Nicki Minaj to work hard. Shut up.
But here's my thing. I don't even think that Nicki Minaj would look at it like that's a personal thing.
I don't think she would either. I'm just saying,
like,
contextually,
at this point,
don't do that.
If we were saying 3 years ago, I would say, yeah, she would look at that shit sour as hell. Because it's like that when you look at it that way, that's ego, that's pride, that's, oh, I gotta take that shit personal because I'm not.
No,
realistically,
I don't think anybody
you not putting in, you putting in that work. Sometimes it may not. Sometimes it may not be the timing. Sometimes you may not be able to be on that road for the $1 million today. It might be tomorrow. It might be 4 weeks from now. But no, it doesn't mean that you have to be sour because you think the hard work that you putting in ain't working. It's hard work. You grinding towards it. It's gonna come. There's never been a time that hard work for what you want never really pans out.
Doesn't come for everybody. So that's why I say you can't say you're not working hard enough. Telling a motherfucker they not working hard enough when they working as hard as they feel they possibly can in any context at scale is ridiculous. But it's obvious everybody that wants to do something with themselves and wants to be somebody would tell you in a heartbeat they could be doing more to make this situation better. Look. So when you tell me I'm not doing enough, nigga, fuck you.
Nicki Minaj, and she did an interview with Joe Budden. I think she did a great interview to where, like, from her
she showed her real personality, and I like it.
Yeah, but from her
a lot more than I thought I would.
I wouldn't even say just that. I think she grew a lot because what I was about to say is like she took a lot of what she said throughout the interview. There was a lot of perspective behind it, which means that you had to think from a couple different angles about the situations that you were thinking about.
Yeah.
To arrive to certain conclusions about not just yourself, but what happened around you. That's why I say, like, it's not a work harder thing for Nicki Minaj. There was plenty of people that can attest, and like that anything that I've always heard about Nicki Minaj that people have worked with her, I don't give a fuck whether they say she a bitch, whatever. Everybody says she's one of the hardest working bitches out there. So I'm not going to take that away from her. in no way saying that she don't work hard.
You couldn't if you tried.
But what I would say is
Nobody can.
a lot of, and I took this from the interview too, a lot of her success, her confidence, and her fluctuation to how she moves monetarily through business, from my opinion, is determined a lot based on her musical her musical or creative craft and being A1. And at a certain point in time, she was looking nutty as fuck. That Queen Radio shit, being mad at Travis Scott for the,
it was
you know what I'm
nice
saying?
to hear that she also thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, like she acknowledged it. Like when I heard her now, I was like, oh shit, you done grown. Before Joe even acknowledged, like, motherhood is glowing off you. Like I was saying it in my head. I'm like, her having a kid changed the shit out of her.
No, and she does. She did something. She has that. Women have kids all the time, right? It's different when it's like you can tell. I think when it like has a good effect on somebody. They have a different, let's say, aura.
I think it has the same
she
effect.
Kind of got that.
It has the same effect on men too.
It may be.
Yeah, it has the same effect on men too. Because I was explaining this to a friend of mine the other day, and I was saying, like, before I had a kid, because his brother's having a kid, and I was like, before I had my daughter and shit, I was like, everything kind of felt like just before you graduate high school, to where it's like, all right, you might not have known what the fuck you wanted to really do up until a couple of days ago, or really thought about it really for real. But you know, in 2 weeks, you ain't gonna be in school no more. There ain't gonna be this wake up, go to school, 8:30, this, that, and other. Things are about to happen. So you gotta figure out what the fuck you're gonna do. Like, and it's like if you got like a balance and shit, and you have like a plan, not like, oh, we gotta do this and do this and do that. Like, you have a plan of where you want to be. You should be okay. Like you'll be okay. Like, it is like just same thing. Like graduating high school, you just know where you want to be. All right. Like, just know where you want to be. You'll fill in the blanks. Like, if you fill in the blanks correctly, you'll get to where you want to fucking be. You know what I'm saying? Nikki, she had some hiccups. And she acknowledged some hiccups. Do I still think she do some clown shit? She still shouldn't be talking about how her cousin's friend is you know what I'm saying, took a COVID shot and then it blew his vibes. And then, like, you know, like, she shouldn't be talking about that.
Did she bring that up in the interview? I didn't watch the whole
interview. No, she did not. But it was moments where I was like, you know what, I respect the shit out of you right now through this interview. But I also had to think of
an hour of it. It was like, all right, I gotta finish it. But
yeah. It was I watched the whole thing, but I respected her the whole way. She was dropping jewels the entire time, and I was like, I walked away from her looking at her different. Like, you know, you've grown. Motherhood is going off of you. You're reflective. She mentioned, like, she's not at the mogul status where she want to be, and I feel that. I feel like she was on a trajectory to be where Rihanna is maybe 5 years ago. But
arguably she should be a billionaire.
Yeah, but the way she conducted certain things, presented certain things, conducted herself, then you lose out on cash money, cash opportunities.
That was
Things don't sell the way that you want them, like you want to. So certain people do outshine you by it, and it's no malice against it.
people don't
So
never notice that. Like that was Rihanna's secret weapon. She stays quiet. She knows when to shut the fuck up. No
yeah,
matter how much shit you talking about her. Hey,
Rihanna speaks when spoken, like when she feels like speaking, and it's beneficial for her to speak. She's not gonna speak to you for no fucking reason. She's not like, look, she could have had her and ASAP could have had this child, and none of us could have known. They could have had this child, and with a whole staff full of doctors and shit, and the coast of France and shit, and nobody would have known. And you see Rihanna walking around with a baby stroller and be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody would have known. So it's like the way you present yourself, and it did cost her mad bread. But I'm like, she looks like she is in a reflective mode. Is she still married to a retarded ass clown nigga? Absolutely. But I think that comes with growth. And I respect that. I respect her. Joe Budden's still a clown ass nigga because he's still from his homies. But you know what I mean? Like, man, I respect the Nicki Minaj. Like, respect.
Well, I guess I'm glad to hear your respect for Nikki has grown. I can't say I didn't.
The bars probably still hate the shit out of me, but you know what I mean?
It probably has both, but I mean, I can't say
I slandered hard.
You did. You went crazy. But that's what I say. I can't say I ever like didn't respect her. But it's been documented on this podcast plenty of times where I'm like, yo, you ain't have to do all of that.
But see,
too much.
But that's the thing that made me respect
the whole Queen radio run. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
why you don't?
But that's what made me respect her within the interview was that a lot of the shit that I was critical for that she did.
She brought up.
It was brought up, or in a way, she acknowledged it, or she acknowledged that she thought about it, and I'm like, oh, I said this to my wife after I watched the interview, and I said, you know what? If Kanye had the TMZ moment, and right after that TMZ moment, 2-3, you know what I'm saying, he does nothing, just chills for 2-3 years. Then, you know what I'm saying, has his opinions, doesn't try to do the presidential thing, and then did an interview where he reflected on that 4 or 5 year span before and leading up to what he did. That would change the entire narrative on who Kanye is today. And she was like, you really think so? And I'm like, yes, because it would be acknowledging the fact that you knew something was wrong, or something was wrong with you catered to something that's wrong behavior or wrongful situation. You would acknowledge it correctly in an attempt to try and fix it.
I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's like he never, to this day, he hasn't addressed certain shit that I guess people would be like wanting him to. But at the same time, I get why he hasn't. It's like he leaned into you thinking he's crazy, as opposed to being like, yo, I was wilding, which is what a normal person would do. Even a crazy person would be like, nah, it's probably kind of true.
Look,
it's like he purposely leans into it, but then tells you he kind of hates it. But then it's like you see him constantly trying to juggle something that's not worth the juggle, and he knows it's not worth the juggle to some degree. But that's why he's trying to do other shit.
Yeah, like Kanye, and I thought this was interesting about the interview too, was that the people that she would talk to. Like, I'm like, oh, you talking to Future, talking to Drake, you talking to Wayne, you mentioned Kanye. I'm like, you talk to a bunch of different type of psychological motherfuckers. And I'm like, Kanye is in my opinion, is the last person that she should be talking to. When she was referring to it, she was referring to it when it came down to some fashion shit that she wanted to run by Kanye or whatever to partner up with Kanye. And Kanye's response was, well, my wife's into fashion. So if I were going to do something like that, I'd give it to her, like out of respect first, instead of, you know what I'm saying, coming to you. Like, nothing against you, but like, I wouldn't do that with you because it would look crazy. You know? No, I feel it. I definitely feel it, because I feel that. Because it's like, all right, yeah, I feel what you doing, like straight up. It wasn't like getting a permission thing. It was I feel what you doing, but
I'm not saying it's a permission thing. I'm saying what you just said was lame as fuck.
If you like,
go ahead.
Like, my point is like, yo, there's an opportunity for Black people to come up, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's what I was. When she mentioned that, I'm like, all right,
I'm not even going there with you.
No, I'm
that's
like,
not
I
even
know,
my point.
no, it wasn't that against Kanye. It was kind of like, yeah, it is one of those. Like, it's an opportunity because Kanye made a big deal at a certain point in time about them not wanting to let people of color into the fashion industry. You know what I'm saying? So she has this opportunity with Fendi. She's trying to like be able to share this willful moment with somebody that she knows within a fashion industry that's trying to like get on that shit.
How is this not lame that she doesn't give it, that he doesn't do it? Where are you going to where you understand this? Everything you describe, it sounds like if you don't do this with her, you pretty fucking lame. Like, that's a lame move. What do you mean you understand?
I don't.
It's like, oh, it's my wife, nigga. And
I understand it, and I don't understand it. Like, I understand in the sense of like, all right, yeah, you can use this idea or use a similar idea to help your wife out instead of helping somebody else out that isn't your wife. I understand it from that perspective, but I do not understand it from the perspective of,
when you talking about,
all right, it's just a collab
like that, nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, from the
I
understanding of it's just a collab, then nah.
I'll give you both of them. I'll say what I think would be the reasoning behind both of them.
That's your man's too, so you can go ahead.
I'm saying it's lame shit though. That's lame shit to not do that. Hey, even if you and Kim last forever, right? Black people shit aside, a person that you have fucked with in the past, one of your homies, arguably, somebody you deal with, you've done records with, you get money with, coming to you saying, "Hey, can you help me with this? Because I feel like you the dude to like you the dude for this. Like, can you help me with this?" And you like, I would, but I need to actually, if I was gonna do this, like something like this, I would do it with my wife. Cool, but why can't you do it with me? Because your wife isn't doing it. That's why I got the deal and I'm doing it. I'm trying to come to you to, like, can you help
And
me
that was part of
do
her
it?
point. That was part of her point. That was part of her point.
About?
But
fuck?
you know what I'm saying? She didn't slander that nigga by no means, but that was part of her point. She just kind of like let it be. But I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, if you're trying to climb yourself out of a social hate, I guess, like, to where it's like your fan base, your core is having to defend you against a bunch of other motherfuckers that like because you're acting stupid or you're looking stupid or you're looking crazy. I've been there. I've been there with Kanye, saying and trying to justify the stupidity that he does. Fan mode. Eventually, it's like, all right, I'm done looking dumb for you, nigga. Like, this shit look crazy. She looked at it from a different perspective, which was, all right, my fans looking at me a little wild because I'm acting wild. Yeah, they behind me, but that's reflection. You can't get that shit with just thinking in your own fucking head. You know what
But
I'm
that's why I
saying?
said I don't think Kanye to this day has ever really, like I say, he hasn't sat down and thought about shit, but he's never really came out and been like, yo, yeah, I was kind of tripping. Even at times when everybody knows he's tripping, it's like that narcissistic, I'm always right.
Nigga,
Look, what I said, what I said. Nigga,
he
I don't give
just
a fuck
burned
if I was
he
wrong.
just burned down his mom's crib in Miami
Bro.
to
And it's
acknowledge
these
what we are.
grandiose, over the top showings of things where it's like, who is benefiting from this or getting energy from this but you? It's
Yeah.
all I hate to say it about the nigga, but it's almost like it's all a selfish thing.
And what was wild to me,
Inadvertently though, like it's inadvertently selfish. Because he does help a lot of people. I think he really does mean it when he says he wants help, but it's also inadvertently like I'm yay.
it's selfish.
Hey,
It's
bitch,
selfish.
I'm the bitch. If I ain't the second coming, I'm gonna tell you. And
It,
I don't
it,
know if
it's
I'm wrong, and
selfish.
you don't know if I'm wrong. Fuck you.
It's selfish. It's selfish.
Selfishness isn't always a bad thing.
It
You
was for
sat through
Jesse
that
Smollett.
interview,
It
huh?
was for Jesse Smollett.
Well, that's not selfishness. That is
That was selfish. It was
that's
trying to
arrogance.
gain clout. It was trying to gain
Arrogance.
clout to try and sell something.
Arrogance.
You tried
He
to
was
pimp something that wasn't there, and it didn't turn out well for you.
you selfish if you feel like you got the right to something because you know you can do what you feel like you got the right. Why you can accomplish anything in your way in terms of you and that reward, right? If you arrogant, that's akin to entitlement more so than selfish. Arrogance is, bitch, I'm me. I need it and I deserve it because I'm me. I said I'm me. Jose
Ah,
who? Nah, nigga. Give me that.
yeah, and that's why that nigga getting 6 months.
Exactly.
6 months in the pen, 3
Another
hots in the
perfect
cot.
showing. Another perfect showing of narcissism. What did that dumbass stand up in the court and say, hey, if they kill me, I'm not suicidal. I didn't lie. I'm telling the truth. They're twisting this. It's the fucking media and the fake news. Funny how all these
But
fucking lying ass
goes
niggas
in, goes into
use
them
the
Nicki
same
Minaj
shit.
interview. You
Like,
start trying to do something, and everyone telling you, whether it's you, somebody else in your camp, whatever, oh, you should do this, you should do this to sell albums or sell this record or whatever. Eventually, you don't become yourself. Who are you?
juicy small, yeah.
You that nigga that was chasing for clout, and it turned out terrible for you.
Looking for an empire, boy got a mole. Goddamn.
I mean, well, Empire wasn't shit anyway.
He
Game
wasn't,
talking, you know what I'm saying? Game
Yo, that
talking
was my
crazy.
next question. You sat through the fucking you sat through the Nicki Minaj. Did you sit through the fucking Drink Champs 4 hour? Because I want to get drunk with the nigga and watch it. That's why I haven't watched it yet. I want to buy a bottle and watch it my damn self and get drunk with them. And
With
shots and
Game,
everything. Yes, because I wanna
you would
be
take
his
3
same
days to
level.
get through that shit.
I want to
He
take
chugged the
three.
whole fifth
Oh my god. I
in
want
that
to
interview.
be I want to be as drunk as he was on his level when he says the silly shit you about to try to tell me he said. I want to be his same level of drunk when he said it to be like, maybe I can see it. Because if not, I might throw something at my TV.
I remember some highlights.
Boy said he better than who?
He
How drunk was he when he said that?
I think that was after he drank the fifth of tequila
It
and
had to
chugged
be.
it.
It had to be.
He said at one point in time, he thought that M was better than he was.
Yeah, we heard him say it.
Yeah, I remember that. And after the halftime show, Super Bowl, he realized that M wasn't better than he was. So I'm like, all right, this nigga's already bugging, but he managed by whack. Whack is whack. So I let that be.
Yeah, I heard he said some things too. The fact you got drunk enough to let Whack behind your talk shows how drunk you were.
Oh, they had to bring
no
Whack
rational sober nigga does.
They had to bring Whack in because this nigga like chugged a fifth of tequila and was daring EFN to chug of like a half pint or a pint of tequila.
Okay, so when you say chug, you mean chug. You're not playing when you say chug.
Knocked the bottle like back, the whole pint. I mean, the whole fifth. Straight up.
Yeah.
Knocked it. He even had a ring by Jacob. A ring that if you knock right on top of the fifth of the bottle, it makes a ding, like a perfect ting. Jacob made for him.
Point that out.
What I'm saying is like he brought in 3/5 of tequila specifically for Drink Champs. Chug one of them. But
boy said I came here to get fucked up.
Oh yeah, he said he was like, y'all not trying to make me a drink champ or not trying to crown me a drink champ. I'm in here to drink. But he, you know what I'm saying? He even drank Drink Champ's beer.
Game one of them. He get drunk with.
He drank the Drink Champ's beer. he did a couple shots of that shit with Nori. You feel me? Like he was lit. So they had to bring Whack in for at least a minute to like hold it down.
Boy,
because that nigga was fucked up.
Or something. Chill out.
Anyway,
like I said, game one of them niggas you drink with, shit gets scary.
Anyway, he said, you know what I'm saying? He said he feels like he's better than Eminem. What was wild to me that he didn't really get to, or I would say explain, which was how Dre was more influential to him.
You mean Kanye?
I mean, Kanye was more influential to him than Dre was throughout his career. And he was saying that Kanye was more influential in this past 2 weeks than Dre was in his entire career.
Well, I'm glad you said that on Drink Champs because I feel like that's some shit you say when you're drunk. I feel like you say you better than Eminem when you're drunk. I feel like you say
when somebody is who they are that brings you into the game, nigga, you acknowledge that greatness.
Right.
Like, I don't care if you
Dr.
like
Dre
him.
Is the reason you exist.
I'm saying, like, yo, I was saying, like, yo, Wayne should shoot Birdman for that $70 million. I was saying that, but that nigga brought you in the game. So you're not.
Which is what I was telling you.
You don't kill him,
nigga. Right.
You don't kill him. You shoot him, though.
No, I was even saying that. How do you shoot it? You have a certain level of respect. It goes normally without saying. You have a certain level of respect for the person that brings you into the game, no matter what they do to you later, unless they stole from you and did you dirty. You have a certain level of respect for that person, even if the shit didn't work out. You don't talk bad about it. That's just nigga. That's even in the streets. That's it. That's in life, in business. You don't burn your bridge with somebody because you had a bad outing with them. You just say, hey, it was what it was. Maybe let's disagree.
You owe me $70
I might have told you,
fuck you. You owe me any type of million.
Even if you owe me money, nigga, there are ways to figure that out
Any
without
type of
us
million.
going to another level. So
Yeah,
for
which
that
is
to be the
a
case,
sit down, which is if my check for what I'm owed is not at the end of the sit down. When I get up,
if you shoot a nigga, you never get in the 70 million. So that's cute and all. But if you really want your money, then shut the fuck up. Nigga, wait.
nah,
You gonna talk to me or you not? You want the
nah.
money or you don't.
You
That's
got
how that
kids. I'm
works
coming.
at that
I'm gonna
level.
say you got kids. You got baby
Okay,
mamas.
you
You
can
got
do the
wives. You
gangster
got
shit too. Then
mistresses.
you, like I said, you're never gonna get the money though. It don't matter who you do. You think if you just run up the Birdman house, you
No,
just gonna
it
be
ain't
like,
about the money no more. It
hey,
ain't
nigga.
about the money no more, motherfucker.
Oh, so now you just pulling up to kill my family? Oh, so you're definitely not gonna get the money, and I'm definitely gonna kill you anyway.
No,
What are you talking about? You pulling up with an army for your 70 million, or you pulling up by yourself? Stop it.
I'm pulling up for you now and everything else.
That's cute.
Like, and
If I owe you 70
everything
million, I
else.
have security. You gotta get to me, nigga.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine now. No, you didn't put yourself in that position. This is Sosa versus Tony. Like, no,
Yeah,
I don't
Sosa won that
care.
fight. Sosa won that
Yes,
fight.
exactly. Exactly.
So if I owe you and I have the money, I'm Sosa. You're Tony.
No,
You lose.
Scarface owed Sosa.
Yeah, but Sosa was the boss. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. So Tony did owe Sosa, but Sosa was, yeah, he was the, yeah. That's
You were
why the
supposed to go
movie
do
ended,
something. You
nigga.
didn't do something. You know, like you were supposed to go do something. You didn't do something. You owe me, and it was
That's not how it
unrepayable.
goes when you work for me. That's where Tony fucked up because he got on the phone and started talking shit. Hey, motherfucker, don't talk to me. Hey, who you talk? Don't talk to me like that, you fucking monkey. Click. I got you. We ain't gotta say nothing else.
I don't care how much money you done making. You trafficking, yeah, nigga. You got bread. Fuck that shit.
You work for me, then that's what, nigga. I owe you 70 million. I made you.
I'm sending in.
Or you owe
I'm
me.
sending in a
You know what I
silent assassin with a sawed off. Like,
That's
no.
cute.
I don't give a fuck how cute you will think it's real cute when niggas start ending up as dead bodies all over the place. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All I'm saying is you
A
gotta
Mexican, I hold a grudge forever.
Most niggas don't even get to the nigga. You're not gonna get to the nigga. If you a Lil Wayne,
I'm saying
if you a Lil Wayne, you
that
made my career,
that nigga pulling out choppers on niggas. So yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he was.
He's making records with Kanye trying to revive his career.
He put a chopper on his own bodyguard.
That's cute too. He's trying to revive his career with Kanye West currently. That's why he's saying shit like that when he's drunk. Let's be honest.
No, I'm talking about Wayne.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, Wayne be fucked up too. You know, I was going back to game. But yeah, nigga, okay, yeah. Wayne, for instance, fucking pulling the chopper out on your bodyguard or not, pulling the chopper out on Birdman. You can pull it out on nigga, you ain't gonna use it. Bitch, you fucking are the reason I exist. How many times has this been discussed? If I am Tony in this situation, I don't even get to the phone call where you get to the point where you sending the nigga with the
thing to stop Lil Wayne from shooting him. The same thing you about to say. I'm sure he said the same shit. Like, why would I do this? I'm here because of you. Whoopity whoopity whoop. Bitch, where my check?
Yeah, okay, but see, that was my other point when we were talking about that.
I'm just
it's not like it's not like you down.
You talking to me now.
Saying?
You talking to me now.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't come here to talk. I came here for my check.
It's not like you down. That's the thing with nigga. When a nigga owes you that type of money, you're probably not broke. You know what I mean?
I came here for my check.
That's cool. You get it when I give it to you.
No, motherfucker.
Or when the law forces me to. Or when the law forces me.
All right.
Because if I'm Birdman and you Lil Wayne and you up 100 million and I'm up 100 million.
Okay.
And I owe you 50 million.
Okay.
Don't come talking to me about nigga when you get it. Nigga, you get it. You gonna get it.
Okay.
Stop it.
All right. Whatever.
I might give it
Whatever.
to you 5 at a time, 10 at a time. Might give you the whole thing up front. I don't know. But however I get it, I give it to you when I got it. You know Birdman got to spend it proper. That nigga ain't had it 50 million when you had to give it
I
up.
might hit you at 1 at a time, 5 at a time, 10 at a time, 250 at a time. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Like you'll get it when you get it too.
If
It's
I
all
owe you the
right.
bread, you
It's
got
all
to get it when
right.
I give it to you.
Nah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
that or kill a nigga. What you want to do? Like,
You don't be. Hey, look. All I said was, and I think I was real clear. I think the audience even heard me 1,000%. I came here for my check. If that's not what I'm leaving with, okay. All right.
well, we either leaving with an understanding or some ambulances picking one of us up. Police picking one of us up.
I'm about to say if you're not ready for it in that moment, once I get up from that table, it's on forever. You let me walk out of wherever we at. Oh, I'm spending money I don't got now for this war. Like I'm telling you, like, it's one of them.
And
I'm
that's
buying
funny because you the type of nigga to be the only
jumbo
nigga at war, and the nigga be like, "What are you? What? Just nigga, what? Shut up."
Do we have a problem, nigga? I will start a nuclear holocaust up in this bitch. If it's one of them, it's one of them. I didn't get no check. I ain't get no check when I walked out of the Chinese restaurant that was closed. I didn't get one. I didn't get no check. So you made your choice. You made your bet.
Point is,
sorry,
JCI
it ain't about the money no more. It ain't about the money no more. JCI be drunk. JCI is wild.
Need to stop drinking.
JCI is, God damn it. I wish he would have done this interview. Yeah, you're right. I wish he would have done this interview like 5 years ago.
I hit you on the Twitter twatters.
The Twitter twatter.
And I told your ass, get your man. He's tripping. And then more and more clips came out, and he just kept tripping. I thought it was gonna stop with the Eminem thing. On what universe? And you know what? That's the thing that pissed me off the most. It don't even piss me off that he said it when he was drunk. What pissed me off is I keep seeing these lists on Instagram and the Twitter twatters talking about 20 best songs of Eminem versus 20 best songs of the band. Really? Is this what we're doing? Is this the timeline we live in where we're comparing these two things as if they're coexisting?
We're not. We're not gonna do that. And I tell you why we're not gonna do that. I tell you why I'm not gonna do that. Because I would disallow that. I'm not gonna allow my brain to be stressed out by such fuckery. So no, Mr. Bistrick, I would not allow such fuckery. We are gonna do this, let this bitch breathe, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here. That's what we're gonna do, sir. We're gonna be responsible adults and human beings.
I'm with it.
And
because I saw that and I was like, who are these irresponsible adults and human beings? Because this list is wild.
Yeah.
You can't come.
No. No. I told some white people earlier this week. I told some white people earlier this week. I will not let fuckery fuck around with my zen. And if you do, if I walk out that Chinese restaurant with no check, you already know what's up. Like,
I'll be the godfather of this bitch.
Like, that's all you need to know. That closed Chinese restaurant, when I walk out, there ain't no check. You made your choice. We there now. That's it. You know what I mean?
Juicy. Getting them 150 days. You lying bitch.
Oh yeah, he lying like a motherfucker. Lying like do you want to do yours? Let that bitch breathe first, or you want me to go?
I feel like mine is more whimsical, so I feel like I should go first. Yours is more
Hey,
of a
whimsical.
actual.
I always,
Yours is an
I
actual
always thought that
opinion.
was the most butterfly ass word ever.
It's a fun word. I like it.
Whimsical.
Yeah, it makes it makes it feel like lollipops and bubbles and
I feel
shit.
like bitches that smile like like a lot because like by habit when they say words like whimsical is just like really funny and sexy at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. When I hear chicks
Like Alex
saying
Curry,
things that are whimsical, I like it.
like she says this shit and then she just smiles when she says it. It looks good. I don't know why.
Never looks bad. Um, yeah, I'm trying to see. This is it. You can't really let this bitch breathe. See, that's another reason. It's
So is it
whimsical
not
and it's
breathing?
technical. It's whimsical and it's technical. Hear me out. It's not really breathing and it's not on life support because it's technically dead. But when it was breathing, it was full of life. You get what I mean? Like,
You said this bitch got hit with stage 4 cancer in like a week? Like, God damn.
it was aggressive than a motherfucker. Look, what I'm
It
saying is,
was like instant death. Like as soon as you found out, it was like, yep, time out. Like you ain't gonna make it the week. Like, god damn.
bro, look, there is a show. I don't know if you people have heard of this or not. There used to be, in my timeline, in this universe, Earth, whatever number it is in the whole multiverse, right? I have experienced the network of TLC, like a lot of us, 90 Day Fiance, we all love it. Midget people, little people, things of that nature. We love it, showing their stories, their
A
lifestyles.
lot of fat people.
Yeah, the people with 20 kids, we love it.
Y'all love it.
TLC, hold on, because you'll love it too if you give it a chance. TLC has only hit a wall and had to cancel 2 shows, to my knowledge, in its whole existence of being. One of those shows was My Husband is Pregnant. Do your research. This isn't the time for that. This is the time for next one. That's got second.
Okay.
Second one is adults adopting adults. Now you say to
Human
yourself,
trafficking.
pretty sure you can't say that on YouTube. You say to yourself when you hear
You
that
gave the
title,
definition of it.
I feel like that's a very soft way of putting those 2 words. But no, that's not what it is. It's more so somehow creepier, actually, than that.
It's not.
It is. And I'll send you I'll send you a clip so you can watch it for yourself, get some idea of what I'm talking about.
If you
And
adopt an adult, that's human trafficking.
TLC is pretty much scrubbed this entire series, trailers, and everything from the internet. But
Because you don't want to go to prison.
there
Prison is a
were
terrible place from what I know.
there were 3 different guys on there in relationships, long term, but one couple stood out the most. It was Chrissy and like Mark or something. And anyway, the guy is adopting this chick, I think from like Russia
The
or
guy
something.
is adopting this chick. Oh my god. That's the words that came out of your mouth. The guy is adopting this chick
Let me give you some
from
context. Let me
you've
give you some
given
context.
enough.
No, let me give you some context. He's like
It's not.
60 or 50 something. His wife is 50 something, 60. And this chick is 20 and pregnant. So She needs a home because she's homeless in Russia. Dude Mark has cheated on Chrissy, I don't know, a dozen times.
Pray
He's a
for the
trucker.
Ukraine.
He- he's a trucker. He goes state to state. He always ends up fucking with some little younger bitch or something. Anyway, Chrissy is heartbroken. She's tired of this shit. She feels like her marriage is falling apart. And here comes this little Russian chick, pregnant, and he's talking mad shit to the camera. Like the producer is asking him, like they're sitting there making signs before the chick gets off the plane because they're about to go to the airport to pick her up. And this motherfucker is sitting there making signs with stick figures like a giddy little kid. And his wife is like, yeah, great. Like she is hurt. And he's sitting there like and producer goes, so what's the first thing you're gonna say when you see her? And he goes, well, in front of his wife, he goes, well, I want to say welcome to Ohio. Give me a blowjob, but I can't say that. So welcome to Ohio. And they cut to the wife, and she's like,
That's
so
greatness.
3 episodes of this happen. They
That
shoot
is
the whole.
greatness.
I'm assuming they shoot the whole season, but 3 episodes of this show aired, and on the third one, uh, the guy was back on his trucking route. Chick who, once she got to America, they put her outside in the trailer outside of the house. The whole fucking property is rigged with cameras, hidden cameras, by the way, because this motherfucker's a creep. Uh, the whole she's staying outside in the trailer outside the house, assumably so it's not easier for him to go fuck her. So, because the wife was really worried about that. So they cut to him.
Really? Oh,
They
really?
they cut to the guy in his office, and he's like, "Yeah, things are going great. I'm really excited. I think things are going good. Chrissy will come around. Everything's fine." And then they cut to Chrissy. She's in the car crying, and she's like, "I think I'm done. I don't know. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be treated like this anymore."
In his defense, and it's Ohio.
So,
you
they canceled the show.
you couldn't think that your average Midwestern wife was gonna roll for that. You can think that. Hey, I'm sorry. You was naive, sir.
Granted, Chrissy is not the most attractive.
She's from Ohio. It's okay. I understand.
I'm
Look,
assuming
nigga,
they've been together.
We're from
20,
Michigan.
exactly.
We know.
Exactly.
Like we know what the game looks like down there. It looks like a bunch of
She can look good at 20. She might not look as good at 40.
I mean, she can look good at 20. She may not look good at 20 and a half, nigga. It's Ohio.
That's true.
It's one of those.
Meth is a real thing. But they canceled the show. So that bitch isn't really breathing. Is dead than a motherfucker.
A hell of a drug.
Hey, anytime you got your jaws locked up that tight where you can't see that's in front of you. You know?
Oh man. Yeah, that's
not really
breathing, sir. That's human trafficking. They should cancel that.
It's just creepy. It wasn't even. There were other couples there.
Did he fuck that young lady?
I would assume he was trying to. They stopped. They filmed the whole season and they won't release it yet or at all. And they scrubbed the internet of what they put out already. So I'd assume things went bad.
Yeah, somebody's going to prison.
Either somebody doesn't want to keep recording to where they can't do the show because people aren't signing off on whatever, or things got really weird. One of the two.
Both niggas are going to prison.
Or both. Because I'd imagine Chrissy didn't want to keep doing the show after she said she didn't want to keep doing the show.
Moving on. So, Tana Talk 4. Hey. God damn it. Finally came out. Nigga been boosting this shit up for like 3 years. It's here.
Did it give the vibes you wanted it to give?
Nigga. Don't ask me no type of fuckery like that when you already know the answer.
I gotta ask
This
you,
shit
bro.
was straight up motherfucking Putin coming down with an RPG, rolling straight into a motherfucking nuclear base where he just firing the RPG straight into a nuclear warhead, and that shit went plow, 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 fire.
Nigga rode a bear into that shit.
That shit is flames, super flames, hot shit. I personally am a fan of Derringer. That nigga makes some dope ass beats. And we putting Derringer and Alchemist on a lot of this, like, them niggas pretty much produced the whole fucking album. Them two niggas.
Sign right there.
That shit sound, let me put it like this. As far as a sound, if you remember, like, you know, when you get a really good underground, dirty, grimy album, like rap album.
Right.
But then when that same motherfucker tried to do the same shit when they got a little bit of money, it just didn't sound right. It sounded too polished.
Yeah.
This shit got the perfect right amount of stank on it. And you know the nigga still got the money.
For sure.
Like, this shit is fire. I hold Tana Talk 3 to a high level. So it's like, I haven't lived long enough with it to say, like, is it better or not than Tana Talk 3? I can definitely say it's better than Burton the Proof. Yeah, because I think that was Benny's worst project, in my opinion. That shit would hit, like, I think Hit Boy been, like, smacking shit out the park like Barry Bonds. He just missed on that shit. Like,
I feel it.
It sounded too commercial. Like, it's sounded like you were trying, like, nigga was trying to make that hit. And it's like, nah, nigga, just do what you do.
All right.
This shit with Harry Fraud, plugs I met too. Dope as fuck. Pyrex Picasso, dope as fuck. This shit, crazy. Like, it's insane work. At this point right now, I'm gonna put it at a straight A, not a perfection. I'm gonna put it on the same level as I do with Conway's album. I can't say which one is better or not yet, as far as the Griselda camp, because I've been living with Conway's album and that shit's still fire. I listen to it like 3-4 times a week. If I can live with the Benny shit, I can see where it goes. But all the way through, it's like a very well polished dumpster like album. and it is hard. And it's hard because there's reflection on this shit. There's bars, there's intricacies, like there's challenges, like with him and Conway, him and Stove, him and 38 Special, them niggas going like back and forth, like on these features and shit. That shit's hard. Like, them niggas, everybody is going Super Saiyan on that bitch. Every feature, every bar. So it's mad respect to it. I would recommend a listen. For you,
I'm gonna listen to it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I ain't even
because I'm gonna say, for you, what type of person you're a listener you are, nigga, you can just press anywhere, and I like any button, like any song, nigga, that it go hard.
I feel it.
Like every single one is good. I don't think there's a skippable song. The only one, in my opinion, that almost feels out of place, but it's the intro, is Johnny P's Caddy, which I actually love that song.
Why is that the one that's out of place?
It sounds like the most polished. Like, out of everything, it sounds like clean. But
okay.
What I wanted was from what I want. I wouldn't say what I wanted. What I expected him to do was what he did on Tana Talk 3 with Baps, where he only had, where it was him, no hook, just an intro to the whole shit, and it was like 2 minutes. If that, just ego, you know what I'm saying? Cook that shit up, boom. And then if a Johnny P's Caddy drops, I'm like, all right, bet. The Johnny P's Caddy is like right there. It's the very, 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 very first track. And I'm like, I don't think you needed that. You know what I'm saying? It can still be there, but that's what I wanted as a fan. That's just me. It doesn't hold nothing against the nigga though. But yeah, Tana Talk 4, definitely, you know what I'm saying, a worthy listen. I have a theory that if the rest of these motherfuckers don't act the fuck up and start releasing music like for real, that the New York niggas is really gonna take over the entire year. Because Conway done drop, Shay Noir done drop, and Benny done drop all in back-to-back months. And all them niggas are affiliated with each other. So you got 38 Special, like Westside Gun, Ricky Hyde, El Camino, Stove God, Ransom, Rome Streets. There's a bunch of other motherfuckers. Like, these motherfuckers are all associated with each other. If they really wanted to run the fucking table in the year, they could possibly do it.
It depends on who drops the rest of the year.
It depends on how to do it. Yeah, it depends on how to do it. And, well, I don't expect no ASAP album. I wanted one, but I don't expect one now. So, yeah, there we are. But no, we're not getting an ASAP album. He about to be a dad now. The music gonna be all changed and shit. You're not gonna release music where you own some extra shit and then try and tour music where you own some extra shit, and then your child gets born and you don't even want to be on no extra shit no more.
I feel like when you solidify the baby with Rihanna, you can drop an album and tour that bitch when you want to.
No, nigga, we getting married after that.
Right.
Like,
so,
no, nigga. Like, no,
it's
nigga.
like a bachelor party. Matter of fact, he should call that bitch bachelor party.
Matter of fact,
it's like his last joint. Like that's like
ASAP,
you know ASAP Rocky album.
ASAP is the male. You know what? Sierra should have wanted to be ASAP. Like real shit. Like going back to Sierra could have been ASAP. She could have been ASAP. She could have like rolled this fame.
People used to say she had a penis.
You know what? I would pay to see Rihanna get pregnant by Sierra. I would pay to see that show. I would really be paid to see.
If Rihanna or Sierra was like that, you would. Well, I'm not gonna say.
I would pay for it. I would pay to see that.
Was a woman in that way, you would pay to see that.
Don't tell me you ain't coming.
Oh no, I'm watching for sure.
No, I'm telling
I'm definitely watching. No, I'm definitely watching it.
I'm front row. I gotta see this happen.
And I'm not mad if I get hard about it, because
it's like going to your first donkey show. You just gotta.
Everybody's gonna feel a little weird if they got excited about it.
I didn't get excited at the donkey show. I definitely had the going on, like, what the fuck? But, you know, I still want you. Sometimes certain things. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. My man's in the Clerks 2 said it's not bestiality, it's interspecies erotica. So we're gonna.
That sound like a nigga that's into bestiality trying to downplay bestiality.
Interspecies erotica. That's what I've heard called.
That phrasing before. Did you know something? I'm not. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. Don't do that, children. Don't.
Yeah. Don't
abuse animals. Is the best way to put that.
You know what? Why the human trafficking people to like do sex acts and shit? We need to like human trafficking people to like be like better fathers and parents and shit. Can we do that?
You want a human traffic dads in the home?
Yeah, I think that'd be productive.
What Russian dude is telling another dude, hey, you better stay with that bitch and take care of them kids. I'm gonna kill you.
I think
What
that
part
the
of the
whole
game
game.
is that, nigga?
I think that's called it's like some uplifting community. For real.
That's got to be somewhere in the multiverse where like that's their version of it.
Oh, I definitely believe we in Earth 8, my nigga. I definitely believe we in Earth 8. Earth 1 didn't win World War 1 or 2. Like in my opinion.
You figure in the Bible they say God restarted this motherfucker like 3 times. So if anything, we're 4. At the very least, we're Earth 4.
But here's the thing, though. God may have told them niggas, but the guy what a man told them niggas that he restarted the Earth three times. So we might think what there were 4. But nigga, if I'm God, I ain't gotta tell y'all niggas every motherfucking thing, nigga, because y'all ask motherfucking questions, nigga.
But if I'm God of all the universes or all the Earths and everything, multiverse, whatever, this Earth might be Earth 4, but then that other Earth might be Earth 58 because I had to do that bitch 57 times.
Question, and this is a real one. We can run a poll on this. Man, let you have to sit on and simmer. If you believe in the multiverse theory, really for real, can you actually believe in God?
Yeah. And the description I just used. Yeah. Why can't the God of one universe be the God of 100? Why would you put your idea of?
I don't believe in one. I don't believe in one sole God, yo. I just don't think that's possible.
Why is God divine, all knowing, Alpha and Omega, end all be all? I know what's just
going to happen. Because you can make a word. Oh my God! You as a human can make a word in a definition. That's cool and all.
No, I'm saying it as
like
idea as a being.
I don't believe in one soul. One, I don't think there's that.
Why are you boxing it in to be one thing? Why can't one thing be many?
Because that technically would make us gods in that same sense.
That's what it says in the fucking book. We're made in the image.
I think that in the words of Bedrick 90 Thurston, that's cute and all, but like I don't think that's really how that fucking works. So
we wouldn't know because we're not God. We're just made in the image of one.
Look,
but it's fun to think about.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, all right, we're made in the image of, and this may be my own bias towards my Christianity. Like, we're made in the image of our God, or I guess the Hebrew God of what Jehovah would be, Hebrew. So it's like, all right, but the Muslims got Allah.
Can't you live on this earth and believe in the same God? All those guys, all the guys that everybody believes
the Buddhists got Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Like
all come back to the same message.
All this shit. But what I'm saying is like, and not every God or not every prophet, so to speak, has the same look. The principle may be the same. Let me say like the principle may be the same. Don't be a dickhead. Be great to your neighbor.
In the principle, the point though,
it is always the point. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck on anybody, ain't your wife. Like shit like that. But the principle of, all right, and this is how I look at it. Historically, just from depiction. If Buddhists depict their God as Buddha, you know what I'm saying, of a Buddha, fat Asian guy. All right, cool. Fat Asian. Christians look at their the Savior and everything as Jesus, whether it's blonde hair, blue eyed, Arabic Jesus, black Jesus, whatever. Jesus, that's who that is. And so on and so on and so forth. What I'm saying is the depiction of who is either the sovereign or the person next to the sovereign is always a little different. So in a sense of, all right, I will put myself so much under the bus as a human being to say this. We possibly may be so stupid as human beings that what the fuck we thought was God's this entire time. I've said this time and time again on this podcast. They had just been motherfuckers from another planet that was more powerful and more knowledgeable than we were. So now we have this history of Zed people.
Yeah, that's arguable.
But like that's my whole thing. It's like, let's not be. That's why I'm my thing about one God is like a little crazy. Being ignorant to like, all right, this is damn shit a fat ass. Like the only way through any type of sovereignty is just through one secular religious God or deity. Like that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I think that's boxing in your idea of divinity. I think it could be a million different gods that
I think the
people of Earth can believe in. The people of many Earths can believe.
I think the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is divinity.
No,
I think Farrakhan is divinity.
Divine. No, they're men. They're not divine. They're men.
I think that's divinity.
I don't think that's the right
divinity through inspiration. I don't think that they're gods. I don't think that they're prophets sent here by Allah at all.
Divine implies supernatural. They are not supernatural men. They are not superheroes. They're men. They're men that you admire. They're men that I admire. They're men that a lot of people admire.
But then that rolls into what makes
they're not any more. They're not any more of a god than you are. But they're not any more of a god than you are.
I think I would say that a supernatural would be anybody that can hold a religious tie to or a spiritual tie or has a spiritual tie to a spiritualistic realm.
Once again, boxing it in. Why would you think the idea of if 7 billion people can have 20 different
because I hold religion to a higher standard only because you were asking the question. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was trying to say something. If 7 billion people can believe in, let's say, 20 different versions of God, why can't God be 20, 30, 40, 50 different things? Because like I said, that principle is the see-through. Principle is the point. It's not the image. God, if you're God, you know we fight over skin color, we fight over pictures, we fight. Who gives a fuck what he look like? Did you get the message? Did you get the point? You did? That's what matters.
We've been saying that for years. And most times not, people don't get the message. It's about who we fight for. What your cross looks like. What's your symbol? What planet, what part of the globe you're from. It's the world we live in. Humans are toxic. Episode 196, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. We in this bitch. We out this bitch. Always remember, people, that we need to get fucking Brittany Griner out this bitch. Because she been over there for some weeks.
For some reason, it's important that we get her out. Is it bad that I don't feel like it's important that we get her out?
No, nigga, we need to get her out.
Wasn't nobody tripping about the other nigga over there. Is it like just because it's Brittany Griner? It's fucked up that they're trying to give her 20 years because she took 2 grams of fucking THC. They trying to give her 10 years for 2 of these. It's ridiculous.
Here we go. Right now, I'm gonna ask you one question. Is the other person that's locked up over there white?
Yeah.
Then it's very important that we get her out.
I think it's important that we get any. I would look
No,
both of them
no,
out for some reason.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Any
no.
hostage, I would. If I'm in a hostage situation, I don't care about my skin color, nigga. I just want to be safe. If I'm in a hostage situation, or in possibly Brittany Griner's case being used as a pawn in a proxy war, but that's another episode.
Read the message. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're not the
We need to get our
cause, we're the
people.
effect. Yeah, but when you bring two of these into a country that don't allow it, I mean, you kind of cause the effect.
Look, nigga, look.
You know, she knew these bitches. She knew they weren't playing that shit in Russia. She knew
look,
that.
us as persons of melanin are the
That's
reason
coming from
why.
me.
Yeah, super cool. But like us as persons of melanin, it is our responsibility to support our peoples of melanin that isn't Kanye,
You're right.
Soldier Boy,
not even Kanye,
Chadwick Mosington.
Even the only one we shouldn't be supporting is Juicy Smollett.
Not Juicy Smollett. Somebody make sure that Lil Mo and Vita get sandwiches, because yeah, Fat Joe said they look like crackheads, and I thought that shit was funny.
Wow.
You know, like Josh said, he look at Josh and look like he ain't feeding them bitches. So, like, I think that was great for hip hop.
Comment on that.
I think Tana Talk 4 was great for hip hop. I think Busy 93rd Sin's album that he's never going to drop, Busy Detox, is good for hip hop.
It's good for hip hop that I'm not going to drop an album? The fuck?
No,
that doesn't sound too good for hip hop.
I'm teasing you on the album that you say you going to drop, but you never going to drop because you Kanye. So that's why.
Might be in danger.
Are you gonna buy the house in Tuxedo and burn it down in Miami?
We'll see how traumatized I am when I have the money for it.
If you do that, I'm gonna punch you in the face, like very, very hard.
Well, see, I already got a plan. When I get enough money to buy the mansion,
like Tyson level hard. You do that?
Plan. Hear me out.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I got a plan to make a wing of one of the mansions I eventually buy to be fully like the layout of my grandma's house, because I still remember the whole layout of the crib in my head. So like all I'd have to do is just tell some architecture niggas, no, I need this here, 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 and do a whole wing of my house like my grandma's house, just from memory. And then I don't know. I'll probably just keep the other one.
Then you gonna burn it down in Miami.
It'll be mine, and if I want to, fuck it. It'll be mine to do it with. That's what's important. It'll be mine.
You know,
if you wanted to burn down your fucking childhood home, you gonna let a nigga tell you can't if you own it? No.
No, I'm actually. No. A police officer actually made a bid for tried to offer my parents money for my childhood home, and I actually got angry about it.
Did they sell it?
No. It was just the fact that my dad actually thought about it. I'm like, if you sell this fucking house to some fucking white man police officer, I swear to God, I will let you die in a nursing home.
That's foul shit.
I'm selling my childhood. Look, fam, sell it to me. I'll keep it within the family, even if I rent it out. At least we own this shit. We own this crib on the block. Still in the hood to this day. White people can come in, white people can go out, niggas can come in, niggas can go out. I would still, like, this family would still own this house on this block, and it would be mine. Not mine as far as Joe Glover's, not Jose Ortega's. It is, the family's. Like this is ours.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't like fuck all that shit. And that's the
Some
reason
people
why.
don't feel that way. Some
And
people want their
and
body
that
out.
same mentality is exactly why, if like me and my wife was never together, I would end up in the Carter family anyway, because I would end up with Solange, because that's how we about empowering our people. Black and brown is unity and beautiful. Melanin's all types of everywhere and
Isn't
shit.
Solange married to a white dude?
Sometimes you gotta cause a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you
Be
gotta
careful
be
where you're going with that, buddy.
What I'm saying is, like, sometimes you gotta be Mexican Pete Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta break some shit down.
Well, I mean, if you want to be that lame, I guess.
Sometimes you gotta be that lame to be that cool.
You
But he is
started
that
this
lame.
podcast calling this nigga lame. You ended this podcast with saying you want to be the Mexican version.
Look, I'm the one person that can pimp, like we say, pimp to hate. I can pimp the lame. I can make it work for me and make it not lame. I don't think he can pimp the lame.
I think he's been pimping lame for about going on 10 years.
Nah,
2022? No, he's been pimping lame for about 5 years.
nah, because he been doing lame shit, but he been standing next to cool ass people would make it look not lame.
Nah, because before he got on SNL,
because
none of you niggas even knew him to call him lame.
Nah, because
Before he got on SNL, none of you niggas knew who he was.
Rest in peace to the guy before Mac Miller died and shit, and he was like trying to rub like Ariana Grande in his face and shit. Like it looked real fucking lame, and like I looked at it like that from the jump, but it was mad people that was like, "Oh, how's that lame?" And I'm like, "All right, y'all like cannot see this shit because this nigga standing next to a bad bitch. That's all right, for sure." Like, all right, like. Same thing with, you know what I'm saying, with Kim and shit. I don't think he not a lame ass nigga. It's just like, all right, you standing next to a bad bitch. All right, for sure.
No, because it's been times where when I got introduced to him,
still lame.
Before he was on SNL or any of that shit, he could stand by himself. He's a cool dude. He's if you just listen to him talk, he's a cool motherfucker. He's just
the lame ass thing.
He looks like one of them motherfuckers that's like, I would probably punch him in the face. But then you talk to him and you go, but then you talk to him and you go, you can't punch this guy in the face. It's fucking hilarious.
I said we'll punch him in the face after I talk to him.
Well, that's because you're a piece of shit. Mr.
So?
Hanky. That's your new AKA, Mr. Hanky.
Howdy ho!
AKA Hanky Ortega. All right. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. 196. We out this bitch. We catch you next week. Like, share, subscribe. We fuck with y'all all around the world. You know what I'm saying? This nigga supposed to be the King Oganon. He wearing Carhartts. He got a green screen behind him. Rest in peace, Nips Hustle. Yeah.